Hello, you gamblers. Hello, you long-winded ramblers. Hello, you long-time liars. Hello, all of you. You know who you are. You know who you are. Indeed, if you're watching the Taco Tuesday show, because we're going to have one hell of a show for you all tonight. And Keith's dad, you have an open invite. If you want to be on here, you can be on here if you want to. Because tonight's Taco Tuesday and anything goes. Well, not anything. I mean, don't get on there and fling your thing on the ding-a-ling. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin tonight's very exciting edition of Taco Tuesday, baby. Yeah.
Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Look out, world, get out of my way. Can't keep me from Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. That's my good news day. You never know what Hebrew will say. Let's all meet Taco Tuesday. Time to be kind, inspire your mind. You never know what Sergi will find. A welcome break from the daily grind. Taco Tuesday, that's my good news day. Look out, world, can't keep us away. Call in if you got something to say. Let's all meet Taco Tuesday.
That long. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Taco Tuesday. I'm your host with the most that loves his butter with cinnamon toast. Hero 77 here, and boy, did I go backwards on that one. Welcome to Taco Tuesday. We've got Sagittarically speaking waiting in the wings. Otherwise, I like to know him as Super Crunchy, Super Macho Man Camacho, Sagittarically speaking. How you doing tonight, brother?
Oh, wow. How much going to match all that enthusiasm, Mr. Hebrew 77, sir?
Well, I don't know, but I do know one thing.
What's that? How much going to match all that enthusiasm, Mr. Hebrew 77, sir?
Here's the thing.
You know the thing.
Oh, I don't have that button yet. You can't say that.
Say touche, my friend, touche.
Okay, I hear someone has popped back here, so let me just do this. There we go. Make sure no other Yahoos pop back in here, because I sent the invitation to Keith's dad. And if it's not Keith's dad...
What do you mean you sent an invitation to Keith's dad?
I sent an invitation directly to Keith's dad.
Directly to Keith's dad?
Directly to Keith's dad.
So he might come and hang out for just a little while. He
said he needs a few minutes, though.
He needs a minute.
If anyone else pops in here, I'm going to kick him out. Just saying.
He needs 1 minute, Hebrew.
I'll tell you what. No, I'm not going to do that. You know what? Let's let System Failure in here.
Oh, yeah, System Failure.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Wait a second. Is it System Failure, or is it System Failure 2? Is it System Failure Cuts? Is it Allen? Who do we really have here? That's what I want to know.
Well, I think it's System Failure 2, if I'm not mistaken.
System Failure 2. Now, how can we be sure that's the authentic System Failure and that's not some clone of him? Some London MK Ultra London clone thing.
Maybe it's O'Biden's clone.
No, I know over there in the UK, they be like taking people just disappear off the street, and then there's a
What you don't understand, they may disappear off the street, but what's happened is Biden has cloned himself like 1,000 times, and he sent all his clone army over to England to replace all the regular Englandans.
And you said Biden. That's like two different presidents in one.
That's right. Well, he is. He's everything that Obama did, and he's putting it like him and Obama like converged. Didn't you know that?
Oh, okay. Are they? They're both the same. The Nephilim. The same
Yeah, I
race.
mean,
Yeah.
didn't you notice the other day Biden, instead of saying, what I,
The thing.
instead of saying what I am, he said what it is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He said
Hmm.
what it is. So
And
that
what
should be
it
your first
was,
clue.
what it is, and what it shall be. Have you heard that before?
I've heard what it shall be. Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's bring this system failure, Mr. Successful Allen guy in here.
Well, there he is.
So it is what it is. But what
Is that right,
movie
brother?
is it? And are you in it or are you outside it? Are you observing from inside or outside? What is it? Hello, guys. How are you? Sorry for invading. I thought there was an open invitation.
Oh
No.
no, sometimes I feel like I'm on the outside looking in. Other times I feel like I'm on the inside looking out.
Yeah.
And then other times, I think that the grass looks greener on the other side. And then other times I realize that the grass is freaking brown on both sides of the fence. You know what I mean?
There is no fence, man. There is no fence. Remember that. There's no fence.
Oh, there is no fence.
Yeah.
Well, that totally changes the dynamics of everything.
Exactly. There is no spoon. There is no fence. The only fence that's there is an illusion of fear. Anyway, let's not get serious. How are you, guys? It's great to see you. It's great to have you here, guys.
I tell you what, man.
Me be here with you. I'm so used to be on my own show. It's great. Thanks so much. Big shout out to everyone. How are you doing?
Yeah, you've been the online music producer here as of late, haven't you?
I've been doing a bit of music, all right, just trying to do some dance tunes. I remixed Music Is My Life with a few other samples last night, and I want to do a dance version of it to get onto Toolbox Records. A friend of mine runs Toolbox Records and a few other DJs, so they're they're liking it at the moment, so I'm hoping to get them to retweet it. But it just keeps me busy, man. It's 1:30 in the morning or quarter to 2 in the morning over here. I can't fucking sleep, man.
And the other thing I noticed is most of the stuff you're working with is original stuff. You're keeping it, for the most part, copyright free. Not that you're not using samples and things of that nature, but you're doing your own original stuff, which I can highly I can highly respect that.
Thanks, brother. Well, I'm trying to make the beats myself. I do the instrumentals myself, and then I just chop up bits and pieces of my favorite songs or bits of rap or whatever. And if you put a gap enough in between them, they don't, it doesn't copyright the whole song. So say if you do it on every second or every fourth beat or whatever, rather than every second beat, because the song's twice as long as it should be, they don't see it as a copyright unless it has one phrase. I done that Eminem or not Linkin Park and whatever it's called, Numb, where he sings. The only bit that got copyright was him actually singing that phrase. Everything else, like Jay-Z and everything rapping in it, didn't get copyright. Just him singing that whatever high-pitched part he does in the song, that's like 12 seconds long. That's the only bit that got copyright in that one song. So I said, fuck it, I'll just do vocals rather than big long pitches. So you do, it's a bit of fun though, It's a bit of fun. You love music.
Well, I'll tell you what, system. Hold on. I'm going to put you on the back burner just for 1 second. I got to give this room a shout out, brother.
Yes, do for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and
we'll be right back with you there, sir. Just one moment.
It's all good. I can't see the chat, guys.
Let me go ahead and do this shout out, and then we'll get back to questioning you. And then after we do that, we got to bring Keith's dad on. He's been waiting back there. So let me go ahead.
I'm going to jump off in a minute. And I just wanted to come on and say hello. I didn't realize it wasn't an open invitation. So
oh, no problem. No problem. Yeah, you're more than welcome. At first I was going to be like, I'm going to kick him out there. And I was like, nah, man. No, well, go ahead then if it's short.
Well, yeah. Well, let me just say I did want to invite you onto my channel, guys, for maybe an improv night or something like that. Maybe just get the.
Did you just say an improv fight?
An improv night. An improv night. Let's not go there. We all remember what happened when we all went into Legoland and went to London in the pub, and poor El Sergi got pulled into the gay bar.
What do you mean? Right? I got pulled into the gay bar. You got pulled into that
gay bar, man. By CPO, all goes to CPO. He fooled you, and you walked into a gay bar in London. So let's not go there.
It seems like that was just yesterday.
It does, doesn't it? It does. It was a time slip. It was a time. If anyone hasn't seen that video, guys, that was amazing, guys. That was really well done, and the improv and that. I'd love to do something like that live. So let's set something up, guys. On the side on
Sure.
Twitter or whatever on Facebook. But everyone in the chat, I love you all. I love you and leave you. And thanks for having me on, guys. I need to go and watch a movie and smoke this joint and try to switch off before I.
All right. Yeah.
Did I understand him correctly? Did he say he would like to go to a gay bar live?
No, don't be trying to deflect stuff back onto me now, Saji. Just because you love the old London gay bars and you can't wait to get over, and you're upset that the flights are.
All I gotta say is that once you know what's behind the green door, you can't unknow what's behind the
many
green
doors. You've been behind many green doors. Your favorite man used to be Shakin' Stevens. I remember that.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
Behind the green door, isn't that your favorite song? Speaking of green doors, what the fuck are we on about, guys? Anyway, I love you.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I get on behind the blue door too.
Well, the old blue door.
Yeah.
What's behind that one?
Hills, thrills, and chills. I guess I don't know.
The Matrix, man. The Matrix of madness.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, I'll see you later on. God bless you. A big shout out from London Irish.
All right, man. Thanks for gracing us with your presence, so to speak.
You're very welcome, lads. I love you all, and with that, I'll drop the microphone and probably drop the phone as well. As long as it doesn't go into my cup of tea, I'll be all right.
All right, yeah. Don't drop it in the toilet like Saji did.
Oh no. God bless you, guys. See you later.
Okay. All right, peace out.
See you.
Peace out.
All right. Well, that was System Failure, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for dropping by and coming on here and chatting with us for a little bit. But now we got to move on. We got to do the shout out, Saji, because we got one hell of a show coming up. And we have Keith's dad waiting backstage. So let me go ahead and do a quick shout out. We got Lotar 900 in the house as always. He's a good guy. He's been waiting there for a long time. We've got Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine. We got Affected by Grace, who I saw earlier. He was in a good live stream there with Armor. They were trying to raise money for the children of Uganda. They need your support. So I will be sending a link after the show where you can donate your money to their PayPal. I believe it is his wife, Candace, that has the PayPal. I'm not sure, but very good stuff indeed. We have System Failure 2, who dropped in to say hello to our show. We have, of course, Keith's dad, who is hiding out backstage, eating all the green M&Ms and drinking all the hot cocoa. We've got Armor Up, who stopped in here. He's been lurking the whole time. Good old Armor Up, who I just mentioned. We got Jennifer Richardson, who's waiting patiently, eating some tacos.
Tacos.
We got Miss Connie Joe, who says hello, everyone.
I knew Connie Joe would say hello.
Miss Connie Joe, who donated the most on the, I believe it is Ham Ministries for the Armor Up channel. Armor Up and Affected by Grace and his wife, they're all trying to put something together there. They're helping out the children of Uganda. And I forgot to mention that guy. What's the guy's name? Richard. Do you know who I'm talking about, Saji?
Yes, but I can't remember his name either, my friend. I wasn't able to stay the whole time, unfortunately.
I remember Richard. But yeah, thank you guys for your participation in that. Thanks everyone. I donated some money as well. I think it's a very good cause. And I'd like to do everything I can for them children. Any children. I love children. But anyway, very good cause. So please, like I said, I'll send the link down in the chat. But for now, we've got some funny business to attend to.
What do you mean funny business? Like funny like haha?
Well, haha, not funny businesses though. Well, come on over, Jim. Not that kind of funny business.
I'm glad to hear it.
Right, yeah, I'm sure. Oh, please tell me I didn't do that too good. I hope I didn't do that too well.
Oh, you were lousy at it.
Oh, thank God.
I still don't even understand what you meant. It was so bad.
Oh,
I was
okay,
just
good.
pretending like I did.
Okay,
All
good,
right,
good,
go ahead.
good. These socks don't match my drapes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have waiting very patient. Patient? What am I? Where am I from? I'm saying patient like that. I shouldn't be talking like that. Ugh. Anyway, we have waiting very patiently in the back. Good old Keith's dad, and he is very comfortably wrapped in his flannel pajamas. Here he is, good old Keith's dad. Keith's dad, welcome to the program, brother.
I don't know how patiently I was waiting backstage.
Would it be better described as impatiently waiting backstage?
I was impatiently waiting. Yeah, I was like, do I have time to go get a cup of coffee? No. They were about done with the shout outs. And then I was thinking to myself earlier, because I had so much to say. I was like, I don't think you're a real man unless you have a gay bar story. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that it's what like it's like it's like a coming of age tale.
Yeah, I mean,
choose your words wisely, there, Saji.
Yeah, right.
A rite of passage, would that be more accurate?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but they are super fun. I don't know. I've never had so much fun as when I went to a gay bar. I only did it once, but it was a blast. I'll always remember it.
Well, yeah, I have to admit that I did actually experience the gay bar thing once, and I probably will not forget that adventure. But however,
yeah, not something
that doesn't necessarily mean I wish to tell such tales.
Yes. Yeah, we're on the same page, Saji. Oh, yeah.
Nor would I have ever mentioned that they even existed up until this exact moment.
And who was that? That was System?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was from an episode of Hebrew and Saji show.
Yeah,
we came across System Failure, and I wanted to get a hot dog, but the only thing he was offering was a fish and chips or something like that.
Yeah.
There is a question.
There's a lot of now that I look back on it, there was a lot of metaphorical symbology going on in that episode.
Well, I digress. Every time I think about a gay bar, like I've never actually been to a gay bar, like a real life gay bar, but every time I think of a gay bar, I think about that scene from Police Academy where he goes into the Blue Oyster bar. That scene cracks me up every time, like they shove him into the gay oyster club. Do you remember that scene?
No, I don't.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it is hilarious.
I'm gonna need some stop motion Police Academy.
Let's ask the audience. You guys remember Police Academy, right? That scene?
I remember the Police Academy, but I don't remember the scene so much. Maybe just a little bit, but not really.
Oh yeah, it's that one guy that's what's his name's right hand man, and he's checking up on, like, the guys are throwing a party. He's trying to figure out where the party is, and he gets over to what's his name? You know what I'm talking about, like the Gutenberg. Is it Gutenberg? Steve Gutenberg?
John Gutenberg.
Character? Yeah, it's Proctor. Proctor, that's his name. Proctor goes over to Gutenberger, and he gets the wrong address. He basically sends him to the Blue Oyster bar.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right.
He walks in there and a bear grabs him and starts dancing with him. And the look on his face is just priceless. Like, oh, shit. Yeah. It's funny. It is funny, dude.
So you got under your belt right now. You have the Karate Kid reenactment, right? Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Stop motion. WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
1989.
Oh no, wait a minute. I never did the Karate Kid reenactment. Never did it.
Oh, it wasn't Karate Kid. We got Gremlins.
Yes.
What am I missing? What else did we do? There was something just last week, wasn't there?
I did WrestleMania. I did another wrestling event after that. It was Batman. Are you thinking of Batman?
Batman. That's what it was. Batman.
Yeah.
What's next?
Oh,
I mean,
man.
everyone wants to know what's next.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Might be another Batman. I'm starting to dish out some of my old ones that I did when Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises came out. You know, I took the ideas from those movies and mixed them up and sort of did a mishmash of, well, let's take Batman Begins, for example. I took Batman Begins and mixed it up with 89 Batman and did like the Joker origin story. But I took the Joker, I did the Heath Ledger voice, right, as the Joker, and I had the Joker action figure as Heath Ledger, right? So then I took that, but then I did him as Jack Nicholson, right? Like I kind of mixed it in there, and then I threw in the comic book origin story of Under the Red Hood. You remember that? The Red Hood Joker?
No.
Oh, well, okay. But yeah, that's basically... I threw in the Joker's origin story and Batman's origin story and put them in a blender, and I've got it's called Batman Origins. That's the next one that I think I'm going to do.
And you use the two best Jokers. Well, two of the three best Jokers, because the third one being
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Well, hey, you guys, you said you interview him. I'm gonna go grab my hot cocoa.
Okay, well, you go do that.
Interview him.
So, what part of the country are you in?
Sure. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I don't know if I've done this before, but so I was born and raised in Rhode Island, Massachusetts area, and then I joined the Marine Corps when I was 21, and I was stationed pretty much everywhere there's a desert, but I pretty much stayed in North Carolina, and I liked the South so much there that I just never left. So now I'm in North Carolina, right near Charlotte.
So are you affected by this polar vortex?
No, we had a beautiful sunny day, short sleeves weather outside today.
Well, good for you.
Which is funny because I work from home, so I'm a consultant, and a lot of my clients are up in Canada or in Ohio and stuff, and they were belted, talking about going sledding and stuff. Mm-hmm. And here I am. I'm like, man, it is a gorgeous day outside.
Yeah, same here. Down here in Florida, it was a really nice day, nice and breezy and sunny.
Oh, Florida!
You son of a bitch!
I know.
you.
Which one?
Oh, listen to him talking about a nice, sunshiny, beautiful day, nice and warm.
It's sunny down here. It's gorgeous down here.
Oh man, both of you guys! I'm telling you.
Your last Taco Tuesday, I wasn't on, but I was watching, and I did a whole bunch of research while you guys were talking, and I threw it out in chat. But I went and looked up polar vortex because it's such a scary word.
Yeah, isn't it?
Right?
And that's exactly what it is, because it was invented in the 90s. Prior to that, they called it a winter. Or the jet stream, because that's what the jet stream is. It's that the wind that goes around the polar cap, but it's not necessarily always cold. During the summertime, it still exists. That vortex still exists.
Mm-hmm.
But they just to scare you, now they call it a polar vortex every year.
Now let me ask you this: do you remember when, like in school, and you're looking at the globe, it had ice caps? Like there was a North Pole with area, and it had ice on the top, and the South Pole, it had ice on the bottom.
Yes.
But now there is no ice cap on the globe.
Well, haven't you seen An Inconvenient Truth? I mean, we lost the ice caps in 2015.
Yeah,
That's
but
what he
Oh
said.
wow, that's what Michael Fontaine just said.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, but isn't
Yeah,
that kind of weird how they just kind of vanished? You know, like one day you go to bed and we have ice caps, the next day
Yeah.
you wake up and they're gone.
you know that the way that the globe looks and how it
Uh-huh.
used to look and stuff is a big kind of a flat earther type of thing. Have you ever seen the flat earthers put out a have you seen how the globe changed over the past decades, and they show different pictures of the globe, and they're all different, and they go, oh, it's all made up.
Well, I
Because-
mean,
Yeah,
I
I've
can see
seen
how
that.
the question everything kind of would apply on a flat Earth channel. Like, well, because you run out of things to talk about eventually, so let's talk about that, right?
Yeah. Hey, I do want to bring up something that's
Yeah.
one of our subject matters, as a matter of fact, that you guys are talking about the code and the change and all that shit. It's funny. We hire, we voted, voted. It's a funny word to toss around, voted. Nobody voted for that jerkwad. So he gets voted in somehow, right? He's the president now, supposedly. And okay, so he is, but
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he's the president.
so this guy, this jackass, he's all for the Green Deal, signs the Green Deal, believes in global warming, which I think is a crock of shit. That's my opinion, but he signs all that shit. So then Texas, of all places in the world, of all the places in the United States, gets 10-degree weather. Like one day it's 80 degrees, and the next day all the Texans wake up and it's snow on the ground and it's 10 degrees, like everywhere. Everywhere. I mean,
there's
everywhere.
an answer to that. I absolutely have that answer for you. But go ahead, keep going.
Wait. Here's where I'm getting at. And the rolling blackouts come because this jackass signs a Green Deal. So wouldn't you know, the freaking windmills, I forget what they're officially called. I call them giant windmills. I don't know.
Turbines.
What are they? Turbines?
Yeah, wind turbines.
Wind turbines. They freeze up because, it's Texas. They never figured that those things were ever going to freeze up. They never counted for it. So now they did that. So now they were shutting power off and on to reserve power, the rolling blackouts. So this egghead... he's going, global warming, everybody. I'm sitting here in southern Illinois. I'm talking about the most southern part of Illinois you could get, and there's 13 inches of snow. I saw a video the other day. Some guy dropped a ruler in the snow, and he's like, well, gonna need a longer ruler. But yeah, Texas, of all places. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this, I think this is God's way of telling us, and this is just my opinion, that there is no global warming going on. I'm just saying, that's my two cents for this part. I'll let you guys go ahead and chime in. Keith's dad, I know you're dying to talk about it. Go ahead.
Keith's dad, I would normally step in right now and try to make order out of all that chaos that he just spewed. But you know what? I want to pass the mic to you. I want to hear how you're eloquently going to walk through that through all that stuff that he just laid down.
Well, thank you. All right. First of all, you got to get with the times, bro, because so back in the 60s, they called it global cooling. They thought that the Earth was actually getting colder, and then in the 80s and the 90s, they started calling it global warming. That's where the global warming. But we don't call that. We don't use that anymore. You got to stop using it. It's climate change.
Wasn't it Al Gore that kind of coined the whole global warming thing? Kind of put that spin on it.
Yeah. Now it's just climate change. Now it's not global warming anymore. It's just climate change. And I actually, it's funny. I don't know if I could find it, but there was a.
So is it climate change just a more general term so they can cover the bets both ways?
Yes. Not only that, similar to every other conspiracy theory that you have, and I'm not saying that it is, I'm just saying that it's a tactic conspiracy theories use, is they use the opposite effect as evidence that their claim is more real. And I never really quite understood that. For instance, it getting colder is a natural occurrence for global warming because that means that the polar ice caps are melting and that cold water is coming down, which is making the earth colder. In that you feel it. But I mean, I don't understand how the opposite effect can actually prove your case just as well. That's what conspiracy theorists do. And now I don't have a hat in the ring for this. I really don't. I'm not an expert on, I'll leave that to the scientists. I find it funny. I find a lot of things funny, when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I try to stay neutral. But I see the rhetoric on both sides, and that's the rhetoric that they use when it actually gets colder.
Yeah, and I mean, bottom line, I mean, the long and the short, the six and the one half a dozen of the other, blah 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 blah. I mean, honestly, it all boils down to research, technology funding, because if they in university, keeping the universities well funded in programs that are studying weather and its effects and all that kind of stuff, because all that kind of stuff does cost a lot of money. And when you're trying to convince a prudent um, uh, politician who's in charge of keeping maintaining the fiscal budget, right, taxpayer money, he's got to write a big $10 million check. Well, this is climate change. It could destroy the country. It could the whole global crisis. We could all die. Well, okay, then I'll write you a really big check. Oh yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, that's the logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another thing about the president. That I'm going to take a little bit of a small tangent here, but what I don't understand is, Trump, when Trump was in office, he his first day in office or something, he wrote what three or four or seven in the first 2 weeks executive orders, and they called him a dictator for it, right?
Yeah,
and then Biden writes, what is it, 53 on day one,
first day, yeah.
And silence, just nothing. No one says anything. It's like, wait a second. Not to mention, they start talking about unaccompanied children. I've been hearing that a lot by the press secretary, and I'm like, wait, those cages. You called them cages before, but now they're holding
Detention centers.
You called them cages last year, but now you're using the exact same thing, but now you're calling it holding centers.
Yeah.
For unaccompanied minors. Oh my goodness.
The hypocrisy crazy, man.
Yeah, and then Biden, I think it's this past week, he's been on this huge mask tangent, right? But if you watch him, like, he wears two masks. He wears that big M95 one, and then he wears like a cloth mask over it. But then at other times, instead of getting rid of the cloth mask, because the M95, that gets rid of 95% of everything. Instead of just wearing that, he wears this oversized cloth mask that he constantly has to touch, constantly. Like every minute he's refixing it, and it's like you're not helping. You're not.
I'll tell you. On that note, Keith, I got something funny, very funny. I saw a funny meme. Well, it wasn't a meme. It was a video this girl was talking about. She was like, "So you mean to tell me?" And you guys, if you guys are sensitive to this, you obviously haven't watched the show. But she's like, "You mean to tell me that a fart can escape two ass cheeks, a pair of underwear, and a pair of jeans, but yet a mask A thin little cloth mask is supposed to protect you from the virus. A virus isn't getting through a pair of thin little cloth, and even if you wear 2 masks,
I mean,
I mean, you know, I just thought that was funny.
I get the purpose of wearing a mask, but I think more of it is visual than like more of it's peace of mind than it is actually helping. It does help, but I think for the majority of it, it's peace of mind. For instance, why is Biden wearing a mask at all? He's been vaccinated twice, so he's already built up the immunity to it. Why does he even need one?
Well, that's just like he doesn't wear one. He doesn't wear one during the he wears one during the press conference he wears one when he's signing executive orders, but outside of that, they've caught him really not wearing any. Have you noticed?
Yeah, he had an executive order of everyone on government lands must wear masks. And then literally the day after, he's at the Lincoln Memorial with his family without masks. He got called out on it with the press secretary too. And she was just like, well, you know, he was with his family and he was celebrating. So, okay. So if you're celebrating, you don't have to wear a mask. Yes.
Right. Do you remember around Christmas time you showed us those pictures of the kids with Santa, the glass walls or whatever?
Yeah, I actually did not get a picture with my kids with Santa this year because of that.
I don't blame you. That's just crazy, man. Why would you want that to be a memory? You know?
Exactly. You're exactly right. That's just not a memory I want to have. I mean, we're already going to do it. We're already going to go, hey, remember 2020? You know? Right. But instead, I'd like to remember the 2020 season for Tom Brady winning his 7th ring than I do COVID. So that will be my memory. Thank you, Tom Brady. In case he's a silent audience member.
Yeah, Tom Brady just texted me. He said, "You're welcome."
I do have a picture about global warming, and I don't. How the heck do I share it? Is there a way to share screen?
Sure. Yeah, you did that with the pictures.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, wait.
No, you got to put it in the thing, and then I've got to. Okay. Yeah. Jennifer Richardson says, "I'm going to shower wearing my mask." Yeah, I tell you, the silliness of it all is like when you see people in their own cars. Like I could see like a bus driver or a taxi driver because you're driving people around,
right?
You know? But like you're just a civilian in your own car. I say civilian as though, but I mean like, a city worker. That's what I meant. But you're just a person, just a regular person, Joe Schmo, with nobody else around you, mind you, wearing a mask in your own car. Who the fuck are you protecting?
Well, I heard that, my cats could get COVID. So
true.
I'm wearing it to protect my cats. I make my cats wear a mask too, just in case, neighbors come in and stuff.
You crack me up. Hey, speaking of Tobin Schwing, he's here, by the way. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. But no, here's the let me get it ready. Here's the thing.
But go, you know the thing.
Oh, well, what do you think of that? That's new, by the way.
The snippet?
Yeah.
I heard it last stream. Last stream you were playing it. That is hilarious. But I'll tell you, you could make a whole like I don't know, a huge chart of just things that he said that makes no sense. Now, don't get me wrong. Not everything I say makes sense either.
Right.
I
Like
wasn't voted president.
like on the contrary, everything that I say makes sense. But
Oh,
but
okay.
I
Yeah,
digress.
well. But hey, it's funny. I would love to have that snippet of him going, you go into grocery store and you stack the spaghetti sauce, and then you stack the carts up with a, what did he say, a forklift. Like, what? You stack carts? Did you ever hear that one?
No.
Yeah. It's like they work at a grocery store where they stack the spaghetti sauces up on the shelves and then they stack the carts up on a forklift. It's hilarious, man.
Speaking of weird things people say that's hilarious, have you heard about the medical association over there in the UK prompting people, the nurses and doctors there, to start calling breast milk human milk?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And instead of breastfeeding, they're chest feeding.
I also heard that Germany is changing its name to Germany because it was sexist.
Oh boy.
Ah. Yeah, I can see how that could be the case.
Yeah, that could be the case too. But you know what? It's not.
And the maternity ward is now going to be called the prenatal prenatal facility, or prenatal care facility, or something like that.
You know what? It's funny you should mention that, because George Carlin made a joke about this years ago about how everything was going to get ridiculously politically correct. And he did it as a joke. And now all of this stuff is actually happening the way he said as a joke.
That man is a damn prophet.
I'm telling you, man.
I mean, right? Him in 1984, they nailed that out of the park when it came to
that's the first thing I think of is the whole wrong thing from 1984 with all this whole censoring thing, quieting the voice, and pretending like the whole other narrative don't exist. And
then
we
got the
also,
wrong thing and the newspeak, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then the newspeak is the chest milk and taking words away, because I mean if you literally limit the vocabulary, then you limit the ability to have the meaning that the word meant, which takes away the ability to even think of that on a conscious level, which basically just dumbifies your ability for complex thoughts.
That made me laugh. Thanks for putting that up, bro.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, hey, I want to do a very special shout out to an Ott Salmi. That name Salmi now. Don't
Ott.
Yeah, Ott. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't call it salami. It's salmi.
Why not? Why? What do you mean? Don't call it salami?
Because that's racist.
Oh, okay.
Salami's racist.
Salami.
Salami's an Italian name. So if you say salami, then you're being racist.
Is it that you're being racist, or are you what is it, a cultural appropriating someone else's meat?
Yeah, what you just said. Culture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Mystique would agree with Keith's dad there.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Speaking of George Carlin, like one of his jokes that he was talking about on the thing that I just said is like, anytime now, like, I mean this for real, like anytime now, a man hoe cover is going to be referred to a person hoe cover.
Well, they did. Who was it? Was it Trudeau in Canada? Did you see this snippet where he was talking and someone corrected something that he said, and they said, it's good for all mankind. He goes, we like to call it people kind here.
Oh boy.
Like, not even.
Oh, that was another joke that George said, was like, they'll call it, instead of mankind, they'll call it humankind.
Oh, good God.
So that's, wow.
Well, if you really want to break down word play and do and like the meaning of the word and blah 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 blah, to get down and break it down, blah blah. Okay, so here you go. You got a human, right?
Yes.
All right, and that is
Hugh man. Go
And a
ahead.
Hugh
Right.
woman. Don't forget a Hugh woman. Okay.
Well, no,
Keep going.
well, you got a man and a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is when you see a woman, you go, "Whoa, man!"
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But a woman is a man with a womb.
Mm. Hmm.
Yes, and then you have a man. So, but they're both human.
Ah.
See, so
Well, I mean,
just
as far as our language goes with it, I mean, it totally makes sense. We have a language that differentiates between masculine and feminine words. We do. That's the English language does it. All romantic languages differentiate masculine and feminine, but not all languages have that. If I recall, I want to say Arabic has a letter that when you add the letter to the word, it makes it feminine, just a single letter. But then in Japanese, I think it is, there is no masculine and feminine.
Hmm. Really?
And I mean, it's because it's based off of. I mean, I hate to say it, but our language is based off of the Bible, and in the Bible, you have you have Adam, and Adam's rib, that they pulled out, was what they turned Eve into, and so Eve is an extension of Adam. That's just in the Bible. It's not sexist. It's just that's how
Right.
we get the words. That it's an extension of. That's why it's woman. That's why it's he and she. You're just adding an S to it. It's just an extension, an added. That's what they could do. They could just say, hey, we're fine with being called woman because we're more than just man. Sure, run with it. Why not? Have fun.
yes, yeah. I mean, it's definitely one of those things where I think that it just to get past the simplistic what is the word I'm looking for? Huh?
I think she meant amiga, like amigo and amiga.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Amiga and Amigo. Yeah, basically the what is it? I can't think of the word stereotypes. The cliche stereotypes.
Oh, you mean like I mentioned earlier? What it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean,
Oh,
but
Biden.
once you can get past that, I mean, we all realize that
The problem is, Saji, is when it comes to the stereotypes. I hate to say it, but it's them that fall into the using the stereotypes to think everything else is racist. I was watching to give an example. I was watching a video today here on YouTube about how Lord of the Rings was a incredibly racist movie / book because everyone is white. Well, I mean, that's what the books were. They were all based on European, descriptions, right? But then they also said that the only bad guys in it, the orcs were black, and it's like, well, no, they're not. Why would you think that? They're not. In fact, in the books and in the movies, they're actually, because you don't know. You guys are familiar with the Lord of the Rings, right?
yes, yes.
All right. So what they say is, I mean, the way that they describe them is that they're actually there is no history to them. You don't know how they were created. You don't know where they came from, but they allude to them being human, just kind of. They're like everybody else, all the others. You have elf or kind of things, but they're just the the bad version of that. So they don't even attach race to it. And in fact, J.R. Tolkien received a letter from a German back in the 50s, I believe. Yeah, no, 40s. And he asked if man, I can't do it justice without reading it. But he asked if the hobbits, I think it was, were Aryan, were the hobbits of Aryan race. And J.R.R. Tolkien came back with the most pleasant insult to that person that I've ever seen. It was like, well, it takes place in another world, and he referred to I believe the actual historical Aryan race as actually not being quote unquote white, and which they weren't. But then he came out and switched it, and he goes, are you asking me if I'm Jewish? And he goes, no, I'm sorry, I did look into it, but I can't claim to be from that fantastic race. It was so funny. His response to it. If you guys ever get a chance, look up J.R.R. Tolkien's response to the Nazis.
Well, I want to chime in here just for a little bit, and the most simplest way I can is that you talk about stereotypes, and the thing about stereotypes is every stereotype has some truth to it. Like, and that's how they get started, right? Like, I'm Italian, for an example, and they say, oh, Italians eat pasta and this and that and blah blah blah. Well, the truth is there is some truth to that stereotype. I was raised Italian. We were in an Italian family, and every Sunday we had a pasta dinner of some sort. It was either pasta or some kind of lasagna or some kind of pasta of sorts. And we did do the whole, we passed the Parmesan cheese across the table, and it was you grated it yourself. And we were all Catholic. We went to a Catholic school. We went to Catholic church. And those are some of the stereotypes that are actually true. And so I will say there is some truth to some stereotypes.
But nobody in your family actually talks with their hands, do they?
Yes. Yes, we do, man. Come on, that's basic Italian 101.
Come on, man.
It really is. And, and you talk about other cultures too. There's definitely cultural stereotypes that you see on an everyday level that aren't. It's just, I think what happened was, it's just that people took them to extremes, and they made them into extreme stereotype. And I think that's where it goes wrong, where it's.
So yeah, let me give you an example.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got a buddy of mine who comes over every so often, and I mean, let's just call it what it is. He brings some good herbal my way, and I usually, throw him. He just smokes with me. It's not like he's selling it to me or anything like that. And I usually offer him a drink when he gets here, and I know that he's not fond of dark cold sodas like Pepsi or Dr. Pepper or anything like that, right? Based on other times when he stopped by before, I remember that if I have like a 7-Up or a Mountain Dew or an orange drink or something like that, he would much prefer one of those type of beverages, right? I opened the refrigerator door to offer him a beverage. I was gonna pull it out and go bring it to him, and all I have to offer is a watermelon Mountain Dew. And my friend happens to be a black man. And I think twice about it. I'm like, I'm like, well, he's going to be offended. I come in there and say, hey, and hand him a watermelon Mountain Dew. Like, who do I think I am? Next thing you know, I'm going to offer him some fried chicken, right? And I second guess the whole decision, like whether I should give it to him or not, because I'm afraid it might actually offend him. Now that's just like, and then I realized how stupid it was for me to even think that thought. So I grab the Mountain Dew and I bring it out there. I say, hey, you ever had watermelon Mountain Dew before? He's like, nah. I'm like, I just got some for the first time. Here, try one. He's like, thanks, dog. It was no big deal, right? But I had to actually have the thought that it might be.
Yeah, we make it big deals in our minds. Like, we put more emphasis on these things than they actually are. Like, I'll give you a good example. It's a good thing you brought up the drink thing, because I was going to. When I worked at McDonald's, we had Orange High C, And I think I might have brought this up before. And there was a huge amount of black people that would come in there and order orange high C, and that's all they would order. And I hate to say it that way. I hate to even acknowledge it, but that was the truth. I worked there for 2 years, and that's really all I would see. Maybe every once in a while, one would come in and order a Sprite, but it was mostly from black people. It was mostly from the black culture that ordered the orange high C. And I don't know. I hate, like I said, we put that on ourselves when we think, well, this is racist, or that's racist, or this is too stereotypical. It's really not. I mean, it kind of is if you make it that way. Like, there is people that use that against people.
And that's the problem. The problem is
Right.
when you use it against somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the day, I hate to say back in the day, but you used to have the jokes. You would have jokes, and I'm a Marine. We have jokes,
Right.
about everybody.
Yes.
But as long as you're saying it to be funny, you're not saying it to insult somebody, not even insult, because I mean, equal opportunity, insult everyone. Isn't that a George Carlin thing too?
Imagine if the movie Blazing Saddles came out today.
That movie would not be able
to
be greenlit.
As long as you can laugh, like, you got to be able to even laugh at yourself. There was who was it? A famous black comedian. Good golly, he had a great show, and then he quit it. But then I think he came back on. But anyway, he did an impression of white people, right? And it was the most hilarious skit. He's like, "I'll use my credit card." He was so spot on. I laughed hysterically for it. What, should I have been insulted? I don't think I should have been. I don't feel like I should have been.
No, because it's only funny if it's true, right? I mean, it's only funny if it's not. You shouldn't be insulted if you can see yourself in the joke, because if you do, then that means there must be some truth to it, right?
Yeah, and like Hebrew said, there is always kernels of truth, but as long as you don't assume that's the everybody, it wasn't Eddie Murphy. More recent than Eddie Murphy. Still old, but more recent than Eddie Murphy. Which,
I know
by the way,
you're talking about. I just can't think of his name. He was on Netflix just recently.
Yeah,
he did his last special on Netflix, and he's the other guy that they said they made a clone of.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Yes, thank you.
That's who it was.
Do you buy into the Dave Chappelle clone theory?
No, what's the Dave Chappelle clone theory?
Well, remember he left the show, right? He walked off. He said, "I'm not doing it anymore." He went on hiatus. Well, while he was on hiatus, they supposedly, like, well, we're losing all this money we could be making off if we had a Dave Chappelle who was willing to conform and work within the industry. I got it. We'll just make a Dave Chappelle clone, and and then that way we can keep making Dave Chappelle money. But I'm not saying I believe the theory. I'm just saying it exists.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy is hilarious. He is also, he did a skit in 1983. Was it when he was wearing the blue?
Right there.
Yeah, he was wearing his blue skin tight outfit, if I recall. I don't know why I remember his outfit, but is that the outfit in the show that he did, or was it just a skit?
I'm not sure. But I do remember that. I remember watching that. He did a pretty good white guy. And he did, the movie Coming to America, he was the white old guy. He did a really good white old guy. Like, when I first saw that movie when I was a kid, I had no idea that those were different characters, but he was playing like all those characters, and he was the white guy, the old white Jewish guy, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was him. Is the old white? He did that so well. Like you couldn't even know like it wasn't a white guy if you didn't know.
Do you know? No, you know. Yeah, I know. Do you know?
Or how about, let me see there. Oh, you got the Wayans brothers. The Wayans brothers did White Chicks.
Yeah, I really wasn't feeling that one.
No, I thought I mean, they're the Wayans brothers, so they come from what, In Living Color? That was their thing, right? And it fit if you liked In Living Color, you would have liked that movie too.
That's just it. I mean, I did kind of like In Living Color. I mean, I enjoyed the In Living Color show.
Fire Marshall Bell.
Yeah, but I still wasn't feeling the white chicks thing. I just didn't get the humor like that when they tried to do it in that under that format. But
I liked Homie the Clown.
It was just
Homie
me.
The Clown was pretty funny.
Homie the Clown was hilarious.
That was some good stuff, man, back in the day.
Yeah, and we come out with all these movies. Heck, we had the Night at the Roxbury movie. How come we can't get a Homie the Clown movie or a Fire Marshal Bill movie?
I know, right? That'd be hilarious.
Oh my goodness, that would be hilarious.
Speaking of hilarious stuff, let's see here. I sent it. Did I send it to Shifty Sunday? Saji.
You almost sounded Irish the way you said that.
I think I did that on purpose.
You did. You made me want to go watch Boondock Saints after that.
Let's see here.
I don't know, but we also have synthetic.
What? Whoa, not that yet. Hold on.
I know, but I just wanted to.
Okay. What in the world? Oh, by the way, guys, I came across an article earlier today. And apparently there's people going around doing a copycat version of the Gorilla Glue Girl.
You don't say.
Do you remember? Yeah. Like somebody else Gorilla glued their hair, apparently.
So as if the original Gorilla Glue Girl and then the Gorilla Glue Lip guy wasn't enough to warn the general public that, hey, maybe this whole Gorilla Glue thing is no joke. We needed one more person to test the theory, huh?
Yeah, she was like, I saw in the article like she had some kind of pink hair or anything, but that's not the point. The point is she claims it was accidental. Like, how do you accidentally glue yourself like that? I'm pretty sure she was doing that to get the views after the fact. I mean, after the original Gorilla Glue Girl. Like I'm calling, like I'll say this: the original Gorilla Glue Girl might have been an accident. You know what I'm saying? But after that, you would think people would just knock it off.
No, they can't knock it off. You're always going to have that, at least in the media. I mean, it's always been like that. Teenagers, I hate to say it, but for the most part, this is a lot of these type of things are run by the teenagers, like the Tide Pod Challenge and stuff, and those are the most recent ones. But I mean, we all watched Jackass as a kid, and everybody tried to reenact, shopping carts down hills and jumping over a car. I mean, this is nothing new.
True. Yeah. I remember sliding over the hood of my grandpa's 86 Dodge. I'm not sure what it was, a Dodge. Sliding over the hood, trying to climb in and out of the window after watching the Dukes of Hazzard.
Climbing in and out of the window.
Yeah. So
Dukes of Hazzard challenge.
By the way, we have a semi-celebrity in our audience tonight. Good old Brian McFarland. Hey, Brian, good to see you, pal.
Hey, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
But
we better hurry up and start talking about a Mandela effect. Brian's here.
Oh yeah, better get that Mandela effect out, man. What are you doing? We're talking about Gorilla Glue people.
Gorilla glue people.
Gorilla glue people. Yeah, I coined the phrase. The gorilla glue people.
McGilla the gorilla glue people.
Yeah.
I did have a Mandela effect.
What do you mean you had a Mandela effect?
All right,
What do
and
you
it was
what does he mean?
from
He had
your
a Mandela
show.
effect. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So I could have swore, what was it? System Failure 2 was a mod. And then I noticed that he wasn't a mod. And I was like, was he always not a mod? Or do I remember him being a mod?
Yeah. I kind of did an old switcheroony there.
And then I typed something, and then all of a sudden I'm a mod.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, something's not wrong. Something's wrong with this world.
Yeah, that was not a Mandela effect, my friend. That was my doing.
But at least we know your mind is attuned to its surroundings and paying attention for the potential of a Mandela effect possibly occurring.
I did though. There was this movie that came out. It was called oh my goodness, why can't I? The Odyssey. Have you ever? It was a mini series. It's like 3-hour long mini series they ended up putting together for a movie, and it's about the book. You know, the book, The Odyssey, Homer, I believe it is. And I recall that coming out in the 80s. You know,
yeah, that's going to be Hebreo's next stop motion movie, The Odyssey. Yeah.
Right after E.T., because we got to get E.T. I can think of 1,000 other ones. I would love to see the Never-Ending Story stop motioned, or even better, Die Hard. You gotta Die Hard.
Yeah, I'd have to get me some aluminum foil. You know, make some vents. You know,
yeah, half the movie will just take place in a vent.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Anyway,
the part where he walks on glass would be epic. I know.
This movie actually, when I looked it up, it came out in 1997.
What?
Yeah, but if you watch it, you'll go, no, this totally didn't come out in 19. I mean, it's not even HD or anything. It was just it's not. So I was like, there's no. I watched this as a kid. I watched this movie because I was really big into those, you know, Shakespeare and Homer and stuff like that. So I really loved this movie. And yeah, 1997. I was 17 years old when it came out.
Well, plus also, didn't The Simpsons do like a spoof of the Homer's Odyssey? Like they had a whole episode called Homer's Odyssey, and I think that was back before 97, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Homer's Odyssey, the book, came out in like 6000 BC. So I mean, it's like the first book ever written for the most part. I think the first epic, definitely the first.
It's the first epic tragedy, right?
So yeah, something like that. It's all about the Greek gods, and it's not even, who was it? It's I forget his name, but it's the
Iliad. Yeah,
the Iliad and the Odyssey, both fantastic poems.
Yeah.
This stupid mother.
Sorry, guys. Go ahead. I have this clip from TikTok.
Well, you know, you were going to do is this about the Gorilla Glue girl?
No. This is how my feelings exactly. This guy expresses his feelings about global warming.
Oh, so this guy is really in tune with your feelings. That's really special, my friend.
Well, I wouldn't quite put it that way, but go ahead with the Odyssey, sir.
I'd rather hear about the oddity of TikTok at this point. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll talk until you get it ready.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay, good.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's see this.
I got a little bit of a trigger warning here for those of you that don't like excessive swearing. Don't watch this.
All right, well, I'll be back in about 20 minutes.
I'll be back there. See you, bro.
Okay, whatever. You guys kill me and crack me up at the same time. But Yeah, this is exactly how I feel. And yes, there's a lot of swearing on here, so blah blah blah. Here we go. Guys, you ready? Oh shit, they really did leave.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to say, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
This stupid motherfucker wants to spend fucking trillions of dollars on fucking global warming. This stupid fuck. I'm a fucking hour and 15 minutes away from New York City. Got 3 feet of fucking snow in my yard for the past month. Fucking 10-foot long icicles hanging off my fucking house. And we're gonna spend fucking trillions on global fucking warming. You stupid fucking dumb Democrats.
I don't know, man. I just felt like what cracked me up is when he said 10-foot long icicle.
So the part where he said 10-foot long icicle, you really felt that part right there. Huh?
You know,
no comment.
you know, moving down from Massachusetts, Massachusetts, you get a good amount of blizzards. You don't get any lake effect, but you do get a decent amount of blizzards. And I still have all my friends and buddies up there, and I ask them, why don't you just move down south? And their answer is, I like seasons. I like the seasons. And it just got to the point where I just had to turn around and go, look, I love seasons too. That's where I moved to a place where we get rid of the shitty ones. We don't have to worry about the crazy snow. We'll get snow and then it's gone. It's fantastic down here.
Oh, wow.
You want snow? Go to a mountain.
Nicole Anchorman says, be careful with the glue girl. She is copyright striking anyone who uses clips of her or even talks about her.
Well, cool. Should be a view, and she'd get a whole hour in.
Yeah.
Before she realizes we're talking about her.
Right.
Well, I mean, thanks for the PSA though. That is good to know. I figures that would be something that she would be doing, trying to cash in on her 5 minutes of fame. But she's not the first person. I remember when I was younger, my mom used to tell me, watch out for the Gorilla Glue girl too. But I think that was a totally different gorilla.
Yeah, I think so. Now watch it, Saji. That's the stereotypes on Italians as well, because they call us the big Goombas, the big gorillas, because we have the chest of hair and the arm of hair, the hair is all over. We're just the hairy guys and girls.
Is it true that Italian women don't shave their pits?
Well, no comment. No comment on that. But hey, listen, I do have something else I want to share. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Now, Keith's dad, you just mentioned Gremlins not too long ago, probably about an hour back or so. And there's a new Mountain Dew commercial out, and it's got Gizmo in it. Have you guys seen this Mountain Dew commercial?
I have not.
What do you mean a new Mountain Dew commercial that has Gizmo in it?
It's a Mountain Dew commercial for Mountain Dew watermelon, as you mentioned, Saji.
Well, what do you know? Should I go get one out of the fridge and pop it open for the special occasion?
No, that'd be quite all right, sir.
I got something to say about that too. I forgot to even mention it as the watermelon Mountain Dew. Why is Walmart only allowing us to have one type of Mountain Dew? What is with that? Is that where you're getting it, Saji? It's because it's the only Mountain Dew Walmart's carrying right now, other than regular and diet.
No, I got it through Publix, which is kind of like Kroger down here, I guess you might say. Oh yeah, it was the only option. It was on the buy one get one free. I never tried it before, so I tried it.
I mean, why can't we get the Taco Bell or the who else has got a different type of
Baja Blast is the Taco Bell one.
Yeah,
I was mistaken. I was mistaken. It's not watermelon Mountain Dew. It's actually Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, which I thought has already been out for a while. Has it not?
Yeah, I thought it did.
I really don't know. I'm not up on my diet colas. So.
Oh, I just thought of an awesome Mandela effect actually that I did have, and I got to mention it to you. Okay, ready? Ready?
All right.
Who makes Dr. Pepper?
Pepsi.
Saji. Who makes Dr. Pepper?
Well, technically, Dr. Pepper is its own brand.
All right, but no, I always thought it was Pepsi because when you go to a store, when you go to a restaurant, and they have like Coke or Pepsi. Well, if you have Pepsi, then you order Dr. Pepper. But in fact, neither of them own it. It's its own, like you said, Saji, it is its own thing.
But
Really?
It's usually bottled at Pepsi bottling facilities.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought it was Pepsi that owned it.
Yeah,
That
me
is
too.
Weird.
Always thought it was Pepsi.
And also Dr. Pepper is the least popular soda in Asian cultures because to them it tastes like medicine.
Really?
They got medicine that tastes like Dr. Pepper. I want some.
Yeah, like kind of tastes like to them it tastes like cough syrup a little bit. And I can see that.
Yeah, I can see them thinking that it actually is medicine because it's from a doctor named Pepper, So
I think I would say that's the name that the generic companies love to have fun with is the Dr. Pepper. Because what is it? Walmart's brand is Dr. Thunder.
Yeah.
And
which sounds so like a voodoo witch doctor in the southern parts of the Himalayas or something.
Okay, so if Dr. Pepper is its own thing, right? Nobody owns it but them. They own themselves. What about Mr. Pibb?
Yeah, that's the Dr. Pepper. That's the Dr. Pepper generic.
Yeah. I think Coke actually owns Mr. Pibb.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's Coke's version of Dr. Pepper, basically.
Huh.
There's Dr. Becker is somebody's generic name for it. Dr. Thirst. Food Lion, it's called Dr. Perky. Kmart, it's called Dr. Rocket.
Now, what's Kroger? Kroger's has one too. Big K or something.
Yeah, Dr. K. Dr. K.
Dr. K, yeah.
Harris Teeter, it's Dr. Smooth.
And you know what, though? I bet you all of those doctors you just mentioned could give us more accurate information on the coronavirus than Mr. Fauci.
Yeah, you imagine like some guy in the Dr. Pepper suit getting up there with a mask on. Yeah. You don't need to wear these masks. I'm telling you. You just drink some of me and you'll be cured. No problem. Hey, how'd you like my Fauci or Fauci?
That you got a spot on Fauci there.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. But no, getting back to what we were originally talking about, this Mountain Dew commercial, I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if you guys would dig it or not. But here is right. Yeah, that's what happened to us, man. We totally got squirreled off topic there. But let me go ahead and get the screen share set up here. Where is it? Screen share. And there it is. Okay. So you guys know about the 3 rules, don't get them wet, don't feed them after midnight, don't give them in direct sunlight and all that. But
I know. I for the longest time was trying to figure out why she said I can't put them in direct sunlight. But never mind. I digress.
I don't even understand the after midnight because isn't technically like 2 p.m. Isn't that considered after midnight?
Yeah, that's the joke they made in Gremlins 2 was like when they were in the control room and they're all laughing about it. It's like it's always midnight somewhere or after midnight somewhere,
I mean, they should have just been like between midnight and 7 a.m. or something like that. That would have been a lot better.
Well, I think it's technically after midnight till the sun rises. But that's just implied. It's not actually spoken, right?
And is I mean, going against the rules here with Mugwise are they not made of water? Are they going to be the only animal in where do they come from if they have no water?
Right. Well, that's the other thing is like, how do they eat food? Like, how do they have saliva to eat food, or how do they clean themselves, or anything like that, But here's my thought on that is like, maybe it's a different chemical makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not water per se for them. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Like if you throw bleach on them, that's what they drink.
Yeah. But this commercial kind of throws all that out the window, but I think it's pretty funny anyway. So let's go ahead and watch this, guys. Hope I don't get a copyright strike for this.
Want to try some of my Mountain Dew Zero Sugar? Try. It is tasty. Just as good as the original, but without any sugar. Be careful. He's not careful. Hey, Dad, Mom wants.
Oh man, that's
goodness.
good. Like, first of all, I got a couple questions. Like, question one, so they can drink stuff but just not get it on them? Is that the deal?
I mean, I don't know if that commercial was canon, but yeah, I guess.
And my second question is, how the heck did he open that without twisting it? It looked like he just popped it off there. Did you notice that?
The pop top. Yep, the pop top Mountain Dew. And I mean, I maybe this is just all full of lies because they said, oh, it tastes just like the original. I'll be honest, I highly doubt that. I highly doubt it tastes, because I have Diet Dr. Pepper in my refrigerator right now, and I'll drink it. It don't taste like Dr. Pepper though.
Well, yeah, but they didn't say that it did, Keystad. If you want to remember the actual advertising, they said that Diet Dr. tastes more like Dr. Pepper than original Dr. Pepper. So they're actually saying that the Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like original Dr. Pepper than original Dr. Pepper tastes like original Dr. Pepper.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. But here's a little observation real quick before we get too far. Is also like, if he hadn't drank that all crazy, like he just, all over the place, I think he would have been fine. Like if he was just drank it regular, like a regular human being.
So are we saying that Mowgli is just like clumsy, or are these all how Mogwais drink? They just can't drink from a soda bottle without, making 10 more of themselves.
I guess. I don't know, man. He just got overexcited because he was getting a refreshment. Like he doesn't usually get to drink stuff, I guess. I don't know.
And did Mohawk make an appearance?
That's what it looked like. It looked like a newer generation of Mohawk.
A kinder, sweeter killer.
The millennial Mohawk, yeah.
Millennial Mohawk.
Right? But I don't want to get into the whole Mohawk stripe debate tonight, so we won't do that.
No, let's not do that.
But I tell you what, guys, here's the thing.
What do you mean the thing?
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
You know the thing.
I believe, Saji, you do have some things to bring up.
Well, yeah, he's got one thing, maybe two. Yeah, I do. Yes.
Yeah. So whatever you want to start off with first, I'll agree to whatever it is. I don't care what it is.
Well, I forget the other thing. I remember there was something that we talked about, and I sent it to you yesterday, day before.
Was it the
You
one that had the guy frying on the electrical outlet?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that one anymore.
All right. Well, either way, I did just send you the one about the other thing.
Yeah, just go ahead and mention it.
Okay, yeah. So, it's basically, I believe I'm trying to remember the headline. Something about the Bill Gates, and we all know who Bill Gates is, right?
I thought you were going to go with the other thing, but go ahead.
He's the guy that's getting rid of polio, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all I know.
He made the recommendation that all countries that are quote unquote rich should be eating 100% synthetic beef.
Oh, not synthetic beef. I just had it for lunch.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
well,
man.
this synthetic beef comes with a new synthetic flavorful gravy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes all the difference. Why didn't you say that to begin with?
Well, actually, I just made up the gravy thing, but I
Oh,
figured you would go for it, and that's what they figured too. If they,
yeah.
if they just synthetify it enough, then it tastes just like the real thing. We won't even know the difference.
Well, maybe synthetic meat tastes just like regular meat, just like Dr. Pepper tastes just like Diet Dr. Pepper.
Synthetic meat tastes more like regular meat than regular meat tastes like regular meat.
I never understood that because my understanding is if you and this is what my stepfather told me when I was a kid. He always said, "Hey, if you want to save the animals, all you got to do is eat them, because nothing humans eat will ever go extinct nowadays."
It's such an interesting thing. Are you bringing up the article, Hebrew? I was just curious if I should be waiting for it or.
I guess I got lost in the conversation. You were talking about, Bill Gates, and then him talking about the thing that he talked about. The thing.
The thing.
He talked about the thing.
You know the thing.
So yeah, let me go ahead and bring that up, and you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I'll see you there the other day. I was, Hey, Keith's dad. What do you know, my friend? No.
What do you been up to?
Have you ever tried any of these synthetic beef burgers? Like the
Yeah.
Impossible Burger, I can't believe it's not bacon burger, and all that kind of stuff.
I was married to a vegetarian for 7 years. So yeah, I've tried back when they actually called them veggie burgers and not synthetic. But they're not terrible, but
no, they're not. And here's the thing I don't get about the whole concept. If I want some vegetables, I'll eat some vegetables. Right. If I want a burger, I'm going to eat a burger, but I'm never going to want to eat vegetables that taste like a burger.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, why would you want it to taste like a burger? I mean, you either like it or you don't. That would be like the Jewish people having bacon flavored meat, that wasn't pork, just so that they could taste bacon. And it doesn't really make sense. And you don't have that because they don't care about the taste of pork. It's not like they don't feel like they're missing out. They don't want synthetic pork.
There it is.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. And for the life of me, I don't understand how it's become a multi-million-dollar industry to take some type of plant-based product and patify it and try to create the illusion that it's a hamburger. I just don't get that.
No, I know. I definitely don't understand why you would want to do that. But I don't understand. I mean, the problem is that I mean, people want to feel sorry for it, but we are a carnivorous species. We eat meat. It's what we do, and you can feel sorry for yourself, but that's just kind of I don't know. It's almost like trying to be a victim when, I mean, we're carnivores. That's just what we are. You just got to accept it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I actually I couldn't go without any meat in my diet. Now, I don't get me wrong though. I don't have to eat meat every time I eat, but I couldn't go all day and not have any meat on my palate at all. I would feel like I mean, I could if the situation warranted as such, but I would never choose to do so willingly. I guess is what I'm trying to say. But let's see what's going on here.
I gotta
Go
tell
ahead.
you, Reggie, I don't
Yeah.
always eat meat, but when I do eat meat, I eat
Uh-huh.
meat. You know,
Yeah.
it's not synthetic. Nothing synthetic about my meat.
So
Yeah.
good old Bill Gates here.
You know,
I'm
I
glad
just
to know
thought
that
of,
your meat is all 100% real there, sir.
you know, if you do, like, you see something like this, it makes you think of that Wendy's commercial from back in the day. You know, where's the beef?
Oh yeah, or where's the soy?
Yeah.
Rich nations should move to 100% synthetic beef, says Bill Gates.
And there's a video here if you want me to play it.
That's totally up to you. I was just going to read the article, but if you want to play the video, go right on ahead.
Yeah, here's the video. I mean, we might as well play it, right?
Yeah, let's hear him say it in his own words. Let's find out if the Hill is being accurately reporting.
Said that he believes rich nations would help the global fight against climate change by consuming only plant-based meat products instead of beef. In a recent interview with Technology Review, Gates discussed...
Wait, pause it.
What?
Rewind it a little bit.
Okay.
Right about there.
Wait, what do you mean? I haven't rewound it yet.
Oh, okay. Go a little bit further then.
Okay.
Keep going. A little further. Right there. Now hit play. Now I'm gonna have you pause it real quick, so be ready.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Consuming only plant-based meat products instead of
right
beef.
there. Plant-based beef products. Okay. That's what he said, right? Did I hear him correctly?
Yes, you did.
But that's not that doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a plant-based beef product. It's either a beef product or it's a plant product. It's not a plant-based beef product.
Gotta have the double think. You gotta have the new speak there.
Yeah.
Strategy.
Yeah, back it up a little bit and play it one more time just to make sure we're all hearing that correctly. That's what he said. And then we'll move on and we'll finish it out. But you see him right there where he says that. Go ahead.
Consuming only plant-based meat products instead of...
Yeah. Plant-based meat products.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, isn't all meat plant-based? Because, I mean, that's what they eat.
Well, yeah, but that's not what he's trying to say there.
No.
Yeah, but let's go ahead. Let's finish the clip.
All right.
Beef. In a recent interview with Technology Review, Gates discussed his new book, quote, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, and emphasized the benefits rich nations could produce by moving to 100% synthetic beef. Gates said when asked about how countries can help to reduce methane emissions when it comes to food production, quote, I do think all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef. You can get used to the taste difference, and the claim is they're going to make it taste even better over time.
You can get used to the taste difference, and they'll make it taste better over time. And all the poor countries still get to have hamburgers then, huh? Well, I'm going to move to a poor country, I think. I don't know. I just don't understand how the logic of a rich country should eat fake hamburgers and the poor country should get the real ones. But hey,
why do we get punished?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. It's like, well, yeah, it's like so what you're saying is rich countries who can afford meat, by the way, should not be eating meat, but fake meat.
Yeah, but it's also the rich companies that are producing the meat and exporting the meat.
And he said it really don't taste that bad, and it's going to get better over time. Well, I'm sold. How about you guys?
Well, yeah, yeah, sure. I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. See what I did there?
Yeah, I see how you did that.
Mm-hmm. So, it says it all boils down to cow farts, and then affected by Grace says, "Yeah, blame it all on the cows fart too much." Yeah, but here's the deal. So, like, you know, you got all these animals roaming the earth. Like, I agree that we shouldn't shove a bunch of cattle into closed areas, tight spaces, and treat them like shit and whatever. But at the same time, you've got all these deer roaming all over the countryside, getting all over the highways, running out in front of cars, killing people, injuring people to nearly death, destroying thousands upon thousands of dollars in damage to vehicles, and overpopulating areas, eating all the crops out of the farmers' fields. Shouldn't we be more focused on, maybe, I don't know, just my opinion, killing all these deer or thinning them out and using them as opposed to some synthetic made in the lab meat? I mean, at least, you can get a taste for deer, and at least you're eating real meat. And not to mention, they're low in cholesterol and they're more healthier for you. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there.
I can see it, like during like the Christmas season at McDonald's. Get your reindeer nuggets. I'm down.
Well, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean, wouldn't it, okay, but wouldn't that not make more sense than just, God knows what chemicals putting in your body,
I mean, if we ate deer, if that became just instantly, this is just what we do. We replace beef with deer. I think the deer population would drastically reach such low numbers that we'd have to put them in pens where they start to get fatter as they're born, and now it's no longer less cholesterol.
Yeah, it would have to be like a seasonal thing, like pumpkin pies. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying totally replace beef with deer, but just add them into the mix. You know what I'm saying? So you have a choice now, and
seasonal.
See,
like
yeah, well,
pumpkin spice, like it's the pumpkin spice season. It's going to be the. I was like, hey, do you guys have the McDeers?
the McVenison, the what's that rib?
Yeah, the McRib.
Can I get a Bambi Happy Meal, please?
Oh man! Oh, come on now.
The Bambi Happy Meal comes with like a Disney toy, but it'll always be like Cinderella, and be like, why do they call it a Bambi Happy Meal? You have to explain it to your kids.
Oh boy!
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, it comes with an extra napkin to wipe away your tears.
Hey, that reminds me. I wonder if Scare Performance ever ate that moose chili. I know I brought that up on another show, but yeah.
When you get around to doing the coloring book and you realize you're eating Bambi's mom, you might cry a little bit. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, Saji, maybe we could just make it more territorial, like in the North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee area. We eat deer. Down in like Florida, you can eat gator. If you're in Texas, you can eat possum or armadillo, whatever they got going on there. I guess everyone can eat possum.
Yeah, Hebrew is quite fond of aardvark.
Well, no, but I've tried snake before. Snake's not bad. If they could, that's another good. That would be kind of a good thing, right? Kill a few rattlesnakes. Thin out the rattlesnake population, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because they're poisonous. I mean, what good are they? I mean, well, yeah, they eat mice and shit, but you got regular snakes that eat mice too.
Right, and they don't always bite, but when they do, oh brother, does it hurt?
Rat burgers. Where do I know rat burgers from? That was a movie. That was the Leprechaun movie, right? No, not the Leprechaun. Same time era.
Wasn't Rat Burgers like it was like a roadkill movie or something?
No, it was a movie with a little dwarf monster thing that turned everyone in the apartment complex into like forest creatures.
Oh wow.
What the heck was the name of it?
I don't know. Oh yeah, Rat Burger was in Demolition.
Oh, it wasn't. Yes, it wasn't Demolition.
Because he was like, you notice how there's no cows down here?
Michael Fontaine says Demolition Man. Does that sound right?
Well, that's what I just mentioned, Saji.
Oh, my bad. I was reading chat, not paying attention. So yeah, that's me.
Well, you do that quite often, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the effort, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I try.
Ott says, I always call the sandwiches at the fair rat sandwiches. Yeah, you never know what's in those things, man. They deep fry everything down there at the fair. There's another George Carlin joke. Is like, man, white people will eat anything. Like, no, not white people. He said Americans will eat anything. Like, you put fried rat asshole on the stick and they'll eat it as long as it's deep fried.
I mean, we will. They fry everything.
Yeah. That's good rat ass.
Maybe we should try fried plant-based beef products.
Plant-based, yeah.
I could probably get used to that.
Yeah. Well, hey,
there is a restaurant down here, since I lived up by the ocean or whatever, where if you go out on the ship or on a charter or wherever, you fish off the pier for that matter. Whatever it is you catch, you bring it to the restaurant and they'll prepare it for you. Will be your catch of the day. Yeah, they'll cook it.
But what if you caught a letter boot? Would they fry that up for you?
Yeah, I mean, they'd make it as presentable as possible, I guess.
Yeah. All right, I got a rant for you because
here we go.
No, see, all right. So I had a situation that was similar to that. I went to a fancy old restaurant when I was in California, because in California, when you're in the LA area, I don't know if you guys have ever been there. There's only two things to ever talk about. Right. If you ever want to be a native Californian from Los Angeles, you talk about the traffic of the 405 and the 5, or you talk about the new restaurants. Well, they had a restaurant.
I thought for sure one of the things you're going to say is the surf.
The surf?
The surf, like the surfing conditions.
No. I mean, maybe I never really did go to much of the beach when I was over there, but I didn't
mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, I went to a restaurant and it was a fantastic. It was an expensive restaurant. It was like $30 a meal, and we go and we sit down. Right, so I guess it wasn't super expensive, but it was like $35 a meal, and we go and we sit down, and in front of us there's this like this metal bowl, upside down metal bowl kind of thing that had holes in it, and
like a wok, kind of
like an upside down wok.
Okay,
think of like a strainer upside down. That's kind of what it looked like. It looked like an upside down strainer, and we order our food, and I ordered like some steak, and my wife ordered the chicken, and we wait for it to come out, and it comes out, and they hand us a plate, and everything's raw. The vegetables were raw. The meat was raw. Everything was raw.
Like not even slightly seared on a grill or anything.
No, straight up from the refrigerator, and then they
wow.
turn a knob, and flame comes out of this upside down strainer, and the whole thing was you had to cook your own food.
Oh, you cook
And
your own meal. That's weird.
yeah, it was weird, and I was like, I don't go to a restaurant so I can cook my own food. Why would you do that? It's like I don't go to a restaurant so I can catch my own fish. I would never do that.
That would be more fun though. Like if you could stick a pole in the water and whatever fish you pulled out, you got to eat. You know, they made it for you. I mean that at least would be fun.
It would be a story, just like I told the story, but I probably would never go back there.
So how did you cook it? What did you do? Like you put it on a stick like a kebab and then stick it in the metal thing? How does it work?
Yeah, it was I believe it was a Mongolian restaurant, and I didn't know that that's how they cook at Mongolian restaurants or whatever, that you cook it yourself, or if it was specific for this restaurant. But apparently that was kind of normal. Actually, they gave us weird looks when we said, "What do we do?" Because we had no idea what to do. Can you imagine going to a Chinese restaurant and they flip on the little burner and they hand you the eggs and the rice and they just go say, "All right, go for it." Like,
yeah,
I never heard of that.
You're on your own, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, I mean, there wasn't any seasoning or anything like that. I mean, it was just like, I mean, I could have cut up my own carrots and gone to Walmart and got some beef and just did it at home. I don't understand why I paid $35.
Yeah, I mean, why do they have to make it such a riddle? I mean, it's not like you came with a free mogwai with every meal or anything.
Mine did. Mine came with not a mogwai, but it came with free Gremlins records, like the old 45 records.
Right. Well, since you figured out how to cook this extravagant meal, we figure you can handle one of these.
Yeah, mogwai. Oh yeah, because it's Chinese. I get it. Yeah. The Chinese do sell mugwais. No, but you know what? It's like the whole point of going out is you don't have to cook for yourself and you don't have to clean your own dishes, So.
Well, we only got one dish. It was the same dish the food came out of, which was another thing because you're putting raw food from your plate onto the, and then you're putting it back on your plate. I mean, isn't that some kind of cross contamination?
Well, yeah, I would think so. Like with meat,
yeah,
like fish, any kind of poultry, like fish or chicken. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
Never again.
Yeah, but I mean, it's when you're dealing with the raw meat on the same plate, they call that the Wuhan shuffle.
Oh,
I mean, you just imagine yourself doing it anywhere else. Imagine going to Dunkin' Donuts and paying $3 for a coffee that you gotta grind it yourself and and then brew your own coffee.
I can see how
milk the cow for your cream.
Right, yeah, I can see how that would really grind your gears.
Yeah, well, I would want the tip. Like, give me the tip. I'll take it.
That's one of those places where it's like, the $35 I hope goes to all the servers, not the cooks, because
right.
I mean, do they even have cooks? I mean, what exactly am I paying for? That was the biggest question. Was $35 for what?
Well, do you get free drinks though?
No. This was a bit of more of an upper class restaurant. The other restaurant, I'll be honest, that grind my gears was you ever been to a Ruth Chris's Steakhouse?
Nope.
That's where you get like the $80 steak, right? And I went in and I got I think my anniversary dinner, and I got a $50 steak, and it came out and it was literally just the steak, just a steak. And then I had to order a $20 side. So like if you wanted a potato, like mashed potatoes, it was $20. It was the most basic meal I've ever eaten at a restaurant, and it came up to like $150. Now I'm reading.
Oh, sorry. No, I popped this up here because I want to talk about it a little bit. No. So there's this Pontiac car. This came up in my feed somehow. This new Pontiac Firebird Trans Am imagined with 1970s retro look.
All right.
I'm not quite sure I like the color on this, but you know, I'm sure it comes in different colors. So,
oh yeah, when I was like 11, 10 years old, that was the coolest car in the world right there, that Trans Am.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, it's like the thing to be. It was like Smoking the Bandit, you know, and Knight Rider and you know, all kinds of shit. So
is this a real car or is this just, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one that they're coming out with. It's electric, but they're giving it the retro look, supposedly.
And I'm sure it'll have some great performance for being even for an electric car.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
That car looks super long.
It does, doesn't it? Might just be the photo.
Yeah, it might be just the way they captured it on the image there. Is there any more images?
Yeah, there is.
Back
tires, let me go ahead and read the article, guys.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay, yeah, go for it, my friend.
With electrification expected to breathe new life into the muscle car segment, one of the nameplates many enthusiasts would love to see return is the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. Of course, this would be quite a stretch, but a Toyota designer has decided to invest some of his non-business hours in imagining a comeback. Let's see if there's any more to read here. Not unlike the Gen V and the Gen VI, I guess, the Gen 5 and the Gen 6 Camaro-based modern versions, Tallahassee-based Trans Am Depot has been building since 2012 via a licensed deal with GM. The front end of this virtual creation is a nod to second-gen Trans Am. In fact, here's a Craig's Kimber, the artist behind the rendering description, the work with a bit of Smoking the Bandit. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Aroma. I love the late 70s Trans Am, one of the most recognizable and classic American sports cars, with its super aggressive face, chicken on the hood. Oh, yeah, that is a chicken, isn't it? I can feel my mullet, my mullet and mustache growing already. He can.
Yeah, so can I.
Yeah. This is my interpretation of bringing that design back to the modern era. All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually going to go see if I can find my jean jacket in my storage closet right now.
So we got 4 photos of this thing. It looks weird.
I mean, is that not that's a Phoenix, right? Oh, it's a joke chicken.
Oh, yeah, that's what I always thought it was a Phoenix, you know? So, yeah, they did a joke there. Okay. Played chicken, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this front end looks extensively long, guys.
Yeah, it really does.
Wait.
It's kind of the where everyone is sitting. What do you call that? The cab. It looks very Jetsons to me.
Futuristic.
Yeah.
Bubble film here. Yeah. But I don't know. I pulled this article and I have a deep love for the Firebird, but this is definitely not. I mean, if you're gonna, make it into an electric car, I guess that's fine. But at least try to get, if you're gonna make it look retro like it's supposed to look, at least get the design right. This looks like, I don't like it, guys.
Do you know why? All right, here I got a story. I'm going to mention my stepfather for a second time here. My stepfather was he passed away a couple of years ago, but he was a big Harley person. He owned Camaros and I'm trying to think of what else. He had a muscle car. He had his Camaro, but then he also had a muscle car type car, and but then his normal car was a what's the main hybrid that I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but what's the first kind of hybrid that came out? Do you remember what that was called?
The Prius.
The Prius, yeah, he owned a Prius, so that was his driving along car every day, and it was a big point to talk about, being the whole, you drive a Prius, even though he loves all these gas guzzling, motor cars, but the whole idea was that he found that to afford all these other vehicles, he drove a Prius to save on gas.
But
that was it.
Okay, yeah, no, and the irony is, though, I mean, and I've said this before, but I mean, even the electric cars require energy, and the energy has to come from a energy source, and usually it's most 85-90% of our electrical grid is derived from coal-based power plants. So you're getting a lot of coals being burnt to keep that Prius going. Just saying.
It is, and even the elements and stuff that make up like a battery in an electric vehicle.
Yeah, once you add up all of that natural resources too, yeah.
Yeah. Cobalt, I believe, is in the battery. That was one of the memes I was going to show. Was a picture of Greta. If you remember Greta, the girl who, how dare you, when telling everyone to go to electric. Yeah. It was
Thunberg, Greta Thunberg.
Yep. It was her saying everyone needs to move to electric cars, and then it was a picture of some like really dirty kids mining and saying, Greta, we're mining the cobalt as fast as we can for your batteries.
It's funny you should say that, because me and Sadji were mentioned earlier today. We were talking about, I was talking about like the new Green Deal, and talking about all of the, like we were talking about earlier on the show about global warming and all that. And then we were talking about fossil fuels, and Sadji had mentioned a good point that fossil fuel isn't necessarily from fossils. Like, it's not really from dinosaurs like we think, and well, the whole point I'm trying to bring up is I'm not totally against the idea of nuclear power. Like, nuclear power, believe it or not, and I discussed this with a friend of mine. I think it was Phil Fogarty or something. Nuclear power.
Did Phil Fogarty have on the orange shirt or the green shirt?
Oh, I think it's green shirt.
Okay, go ahead.
But I think nuclear power, believe it or not, is one of the cleanest burning fuels. Well, it's not actually a fuel, but it's the cleanest source of energy that you could possibly have. Besides the fact that you have nuclear waste, but there is ways of getting rid of that safely. And if we could learn how to harness the power of the nuclear and learn how to dispose of it properly, I really think it would be a good, efficient energy source, in my opinion.
No, you're absolutely right, and yeah, it's got a bad rap over the years, but nuclear power is exceptionally clean, and it does have waste. And if I recall, we had was it Yucca Mountain? Is that the mountain? We dug out a whole mountain to place this waste, and it had room for nuclear waste for all power plants in the United States for something like 75,000 years or something like that. That's how much room it had. But then the they ended up shutting it down for some reason or another. I think it was.
Well, I mean, when the whole Chernobyl thing happened, that's when the nuclear power plant construction was at its peak, and that's when they were really and the technology is antiquated compared to what they could build today if they were still building new nuclear power plants. But here in North America, they generally haven't built a new one since the late 70s, early 80s, when the whole Chernobyl thing took place. And to be quite honest, most of the nuclear power plants that are still operational are very have had upgrades along the way, as they've been needed, the bare minimum, to keep them safe and to prevent some type of meltdown or something along those lines. But if you was to actually just take the best thing to do really at this point with the way that they've handled the situation would be to just start from scratch, to totally wipe away all of the ones that have been around since the 70s and 80s, shut them down, and build and either in the same location or in a new location, build a brand new, highly technology, streamlined, state of the art one that would be able to handle the workload, the safety load, but the politics just isn't there for it right now. There's no way that it's politically even going to happen anytime soon, because of the public scare, and nobody wants one in their backyard. I mean, everybody's all for nuclear energy because of the way that the cost effectiveness of it and things of that nature, but nobody wants it in their backyard. They want it to be like hundreds of miles away from where they live. So essentially, whenever one even thinks about getting proposed or put on a for consideration of a vote, it's not going to happen because nobody wants it in their area. But yeah, you got good points. You guys got good points. I've been talking a long time. Somebody take over.
Well, here's the thing.
You know the thing.
No, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here now, Saji, too,
okay.
because
Go ahead.
All right, okay. So there are two significant stories that have really given nuclear power a bad rap and considered unsafe. And one of them you mentioned is Chernobyl. The problem with Chernobyl is that it was largely ignored, all the problems that were there. It was getting old. It needed updating, just normal, everyday, routine changes and updates to keep it running functionally. And they failed that miserably. And that's why Chernobyl had such a bad outcome, is because they didn't keep it up. They weren't allowed to keep it up, which is the problem we're having now with our nuclear power plants around now, is because they're shutting down the ability to keep these things going. That's the first one. Hold on one second. Let me cough. The second one is 3 Mile Island. 3 Mile Island.
Yeah.
You know 3 Mile Island. 3 Mile Island had a nuclear leak. We know they had a nuclear leak. They told us they had a nuclear leak, and so they've come out and they said that there is an undetermined amount of nuclear radiation in the ground around us, from 3 Mile Island. Do you know what that actually means? That was 100% all fair tactics. When they said an undetermined amount, you're like, oh my goodness, it's so much, No, the fact is we do not have the technology to measure the small amount of radiation that came out. So they said undetermined amount. We can't measure the radiation that was leaked. We know it leaked, but it was such a small amount that we can't measure it. That's crazy. Why? But it was considered terrible. But no one got affected from 3 Mile Island, if I recall. We just know because they were transparent to let us know, hey, we detected a leak. But we don't know how much. We don't know how much because we can't measure how much. We don't have the technology to measure it.
Yeah, and I growing up in Cincinnati area, there was uh, a nuclear power plant not far from where I lived. It was approximately 15 miles north by northeast of the community that I lived in, and it was called Fernald, and it got shut down in the late mid like in the mid 70s, 76, 77, 78, something like that. And but even though it got shut down, it had a significant amount of waste still at the facility. It was literally in the earth itself where it resided, and they were using the local railroad there to transport the waste out of the area out west somewhere to a specified nuclear waste dumping area. However, with all that, however, yes, with all that being said, everybody that still worked there for the cleanup process was under strict gag orders. They were not allowed to talk about anything that was happening inside the thing, and if they had any type of claims like health issues or whatever that had came up when they worked there, they were just to come be part of the cleanup, they were giving a really nice compensation package, and they were giving a really high grade medical, and they were put under a gag order not to talk about any health ailments that came up. So even if they was to get cancer or something from being exposed to some type of radiation or whatever,
second tell, yeah.
yeah, you're not going to hear anything about it in the media or the paper because they don't want the bad publicity. So they're basically CYA covering their own butt. However, with all that being said, I still knew enough people in the community that had grandmas and uncles and grandpas and cousins that I can tell you that just being in the area and people who worked there that even though they weren't literally it's a big deal. I mean, like there was a lot of exposure that took place, and there was people that were affected by it just by living in near and or around it. Even to this day, and it's what now 50 60 years later, they still haven't 100% completely eliminated it. So so you do have to pick and choose the location with a lot of forethought as far as how it's going to affect the environment. If is it is there a how is it going to affect the water supply? If it was to get integrated into the water supply and things of that nature, but it can be done, and if with the right forethought, planning, and logistics, I think that it is possible we could use nuclear power to our benefit, but I just don't see the political spectrum letting it happen anytime soon.
We have the technology now. I didn't mean to cut you off or anything, but
no, yeah, go ahead. I'm done.
I mean, we have better technology now. We know more about nuclear power, and you think about a nuclear sub versus a fuel cell sub. I mean, you think about nuclear subs. I may not be 100% correct on this, but if I'm not mistaken, a nuclear sub can actually stay down in the water for a extremely long period of time, whereas a fuel cell sub can only stay underwater for a short period of time, if I'm not mistaken on this. And please do correct me if I'm wrong. And not only that, but they know how to get rid of their nuclear waste in a nuclear sub. They do it properly and they do it greatly. And I think it cleans itself. Now, I could be wrong on that too. I think it sort of cleans itself up from its own nuclear waste. Like it doesn't even have any nuclear waste to speak of. But and that's only because we have the technology today that we didn't have 50 or 60 years ago. And I think, like you said, Saji, at the beginning of the subject, if we scrapped everything and started from the beginning, it would take several years. But I think also right now there's too much of a bad rep for nuclear power. But I think if all that was to happen and we were to come back to it and they were to give out the good information on it instead of the false information on it. I think if you took nuclear power, had some nuclear power plants and had some coal power plants running both at the same time, eventually you could get to the point where you have only nuclear power and maybe some coal power plants as backup. That's just my opinion, though. I'll let you guys think and talk on it. And then I have one more subject I want to bring up, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this one up because we've been on for 2 hours, and Scare Performance just started his live stream like 8 minutes ago. So, okay, I'm done talking. Go ahead, guys.
Okay, I'll jump in on this one. I'm totally going to change the subject. Not change the subject, but as far as power, right? I was reminded of an anomaly we saw in space. I think it was made like last year. Where do you know how we find planets? We find planets by measuring the light from the sun, and when it dims for a certain amount of time, we know that a planet just kind of crossed the horizon. And well, there was one planet that or one star out there that we were measuring, and it dimmed by about 20%, which is unexpected because normally when we see a planet, it only dims for like 1% or 0.5%. So the fact that this star actually dimmed 20%, that made the scientists try to find a reason why it would do that. And actually, one of the thoughts was that it was an advanced race that was building a solar collector around the sun. And so that it would 100% collecting 100% of the sun's energy, to power. And I thought to myself, at one point, I mean, for us, that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm totally going into a sci-fi realm of energy collecting here, but creating a whole like bowl around the sun just to collect 100% of its energy would be something awesome. I would love to be a part of that. But yeah, nuclear power, hooray.
Yeah, woo. Yeah, I can dig it.
But to your point, I did look it up. Yeah, so nuclear subs can stay underwater for 3 to 4 months. They're also insanely faster than conventional other subs. And they have a vast, well, endurance is pretty much the same. I forgot what it said, but it said long distance patrols. Nuclear is much better for long distance patrols. So pretty much in every way, a nuclear sub is better than a non-nuclear.
Well, I'm glad you looked up that information.
Yeah, and not only that, but I just checked with Mystique, as she does agree with you guys that nuclear is way better than non-nuclear subs.
Cool.
However,
I
do have one last thing I want us to talk about before you go to wrap up mode.
Well, before you talk about that one last thing that you want to talk about, I just want to mention real quickly. I want to get political here for a second. And that's not normally what we do here on the show.
Well, what do you mean you want to get political here for a second?
Just for 1 second. Just imagine this, if you will. Okay, imagine,
if you will, this.
There's been talk about several people getting caught with, and I can't mention the word, so I'll use code words. Getting caught for voting, and apparently Donald Trump is winning cases left and right now, is what I'm hearing. Some of it could be fake news, I don't know, but from what I'm gathering, like, he's actually winning cases in different states and shit. And my question is, here's the big picture, the big thing. All right, here's what we need to think on. What is the president's, no pun intended, the president for a re-election? How would that even work? Like, even like he's winning cases left and right. Like, even if this comes to provision and they find out that all these states were fraudulent voting, it's not like they could just kick Biden out, say, oh, hey, guess what? The election's been overturned. Get the hell out of here. Trump, get your ass in here, buddy. You won fair and square, you son of a bitch. I mean, it's not like that could happen, right? I mean, what actually could come of this, if anything? I mean,
actually, I think that the way it works is they go back and they have like a leprechaun verify that all the votes were wrong, and then Trump comes in on a magical unicorn and he rides a rainbow into the White House.
Okay,
that's pretty much how that's the way I understand it.
I'm gonna play the part of the guy everyone hates. So send your hate mail to KeithsDad at idon'tcare.com. Nothing is going to happen, and because the reality is that the voting doesn't matter. So when it really comes down to it, the voting, now it does matter, but it doesn't in this case. And the reason why is because the Electoral College already voted. And the Electoral College is the vote that matters, and you can't overturn the Electoral College.
Exactly.
Even if the state goes red, the Electoral College voted blue. You can't change that. So,
like for instance, like let's say Nevada, the popular vote was for one presidential candidate. The Nevada electoral vote casting person can still say, I'm still voting for the other guy. They don't have to choose the popular vote. They just normally go with whatever the popular vote is. But that they still, it's the electoral person's vote, though. The vote was. Am I correct there, Keystone?
Yeah, you're right, because when it comes to the voting, believe it or not, the voting even for the president is actually based by state, because when it comes to the federal government doesn't care how the states determine who's going to be president or who's going to how the Electoral College is going to vote. So it's up to the states to decide how the Electoral College is going to vote. And most of the states decide, hey, we're going to have election, we're going to have a popular vote, and that's going to determine the Electoral College, and they're going to send their votes. But at the federal level, they don't care. That's why all these lawsuits are happening in each state when it comes to this. And it's not at the federal government level, because the federal government don't care. All they care about is Electoral College.
So basically, this changes nothing. Like, all of this stuff was for nothing. Like, he's not, like, even if we expose everything, the only
it changes nothing. It changes nothing as far as the results of the election are concerned. But
let me
it doesn't change nothing.
I do understand. Like, the only thing it really could do, as far as I could see it, is that it'll change the way our voting system works. Am I wrong?
Well, not only that, but it will preserve the in people's minds that eventually the system figures it out. Like whatever happened has to not be capable of re-happening.
Right.
But at the same time, you're right, though. I mean, at the end of the day, how will it affect the price of the price of coffee at the local market? And will President Trump be president? No. Or former Trump president become? It's not like they're going to reverse the election. That's what I'm getting.
I didn't. Be kind of nice if they did, but it's not like that can happen. But
no, we got 4 years of nothing to look forward to.
Because in the Constitution wise, has this ever really occurred? I mean, it does seem like, I don't know, man. It seems sort of unprecedented that it's never really, I mean, I'm sure it's happened before, but it's never been exposed on such a huge level. is what I'm getting at.
It's the price of transparency. I think, think of 200 years ago. Or the only people you knew that was running for president is you really just knew their name. A lot of times you didn't even have a picture of them. You didn't really know what they believed in. You didn't really have any of this information. And so voting was probably, I would say it was a little easier because you just didn't know. But as we know now, and people are so divided, there will always be an attempt to abuse a system. Always. It's inherent in any system. And as far as like corruption, when like thinking of voting as a form of corruption, is all governments have corruption. All of them do. Every one of them. The problem, the thing about the United States, which is so great, is that the way that the system is set up is it is devised to have a balance of power that limits the amount of corruption that's allowed in our government. But it exists. But yes, I was actually about to say that too. Bone Breaking Action mentioned Saji's on fire tonight and still not over the extra napkin. If you guys didn't hear the extra napkin joke, rewatch the stream because that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I felt like I was pushing it a little too far with that one, maybe though, just a little bit. But it was speaking of funny and
well, wait. 1 minute now. Hold on.
All right.
Before we get into the last thing, I want to go ahead and give the audience one last shout out.
Well, what do you mean give the audience one last shout out?
Well, I mean, since we're closing out the show.
Oh, no, I actually knew what you meant. I just felt like I needed to say that for some reason.
Okay, well, I'm going to go from the bottom and work my way to the top. So we have Bone Breaking Action in here with the awesome comment. Thank you, Bone Breaking Action. Affected by Grace is here, of course. No, you didn't really miss a whole lot of anything. I don't know how long you were gone, so I can't say either way. But we had Michael Fontaine in here.
Michael Fontaine?
Michael Fontaine?
Michael Fontaine. Yes, indeed. And good old Armor Up was here. He said he's going off chat for a bit, but he's listening. I wonder if he's on Scare Performance's channel. I don't know. I guess we'll find out here in just a second. Aunt Solomon was here. Let's see who else was in here. Who am I missing? Was Connie Joe Wood here?
I think she was here earlier. You mentioned her earlier anyway.
Oh, yeah, at the very beginning. And we had Jennifer Lambert. Good to see Jennifer Lambert in here. I haven't seen her in a while. She usually she usually hangs out the Scarab crew. Nicole Ankerman. And, of course, Brian McFarland here tonight. Surprised to see him in here. Jennifer Richardson. Tobin Schwing. And the house. Hey, how are you? And, of course, System Failure was here for a short while. He came in and we had a little chat. That was good of him. Lotar 900 at the very beginning. And that's all I have for right now. If I missed anyone, I'm completely sorry. But that's as far as my chat box will go. And,
I forgot to mention, congratulations, Hebrew. You hit 500 subs. You're at 502 now. But 500, very nice.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I might make a 500 sub video. I don't know. It's kind of cliche. Everybody does it, but you know what? I gotta.
Die Hard stop motion.
There you go. Make my own stop action Die Hard as a appreciation for all the subs.
Is it true though, Hebrew, that when you reach 500 subs that you can flex so hard that your sleeves fall off?
It is true. And I'll tell you what, I am going to show those clips here in just a minute, but I do want to press hard on this issue that you do have an issue that's worth a tissue. Am I not correct?
An issue that's worth a tissue. I have a clip that is worth looking at here for a second if you want to do that.
You have a clip that's worth putting a chip in your dip?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It's so much fun that you could stick a little Gorilla Glue to the bottom of the cup, stick it to your lip for a minute, and just lick it right off.
Okay, cool. I've always wanted to do that, by the way. I'll go try that. I got some Gorilla Glue around here somewhere.
No, but I did just send you 2 links. They were links I actually sent a while back, but I had forgotten. So I brought them back down to the bottom. There is Shifty Sunday, I think.
Shifty Sunday.
Yes. And I'm trying to decide which one to have you click on first. Let's just go ahead and watch the video first. So click on the top link.
The Bleacher Report?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is Tom Brady shortly after winning the Super Bowl. Just having a little fun with his newfound Heisman Trophy. And
Heisman Trophy?
Yeah. Or not Heisman Trophy. What is it called? The Super Bowl Trophy.
You mean
the one where he's got the Super Bowl trophy, whatever that trophy is.
Okay.
Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, the the guy with the hat.
Vince Lombardi trophy. Yes,
Vince
that's what I was trying to say. Thank you.
That's how I remember him, the guy with the hat. So, all right, yeah, let's show that beautiful bean footage. Let me get it. I had something else I was going to share there. Let me go ahead and get this going. All right. Application window, and let's go to town. And I think he did get some, he got some backlash for this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. Can you, yeah, there you go. You're on it. You have to watch this more than once, but yeah, go ahead and play this clip.
All right, here we go. Houston, we have a problem. For some reason.
Yeah, refresh the page. Go to the top and pull it down again, or yeah, whatever it is you do there.
Don't, no! Good. Okay. Touchdown. Big old boat parade.
Oh, boy.
Wait, don't, no! Good. Okay.
Man.
Touchdown.
Just imagine if that guy hadn't have caught that, by the way.
Yeah, what if it had fell in the water?
Well, he's got 6 more.
Say again?
He's got 6 more. He can do 6 more tries.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He could go for like best out of 5.
Yeah. Of course, he's getting a lot of hate. What are the articles I've seen?
Well, there's one right below that he wrote. If you wouldn't mind clicking on it.
Oh, good.
Okay. So we got one down here. Yeah, this is the daughter of the Lombardi Trophy.
It might have made you catch your breath or maybe even guffaw. Tom Brady throwing that Lombardi Trophy.
I don't think it's up.
No, I've got to share it. I know. Yeah. Let's see here. See if this is it. Yahoo Sports. That it, Saji?
I can't see it yet. Like all I see is a black. Okay. There, here it comes.
All right, let's see what this is. This is the.
I don't know. That's. Did you go back out to Hangouts?
Daughter of Lombardi Trophy designer wants an
this is it.
apology from
Yeah,
Tom
this is it.
Brady.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
So here's the video.
Yeah, I would. You go ahead if you want to play the video. I wasn't. There's an article too, but you can play the video.
Oh, okay.
Trophy across the water at that boat parade in Tampa. But tonight, a Southwest Florida woman is telling our Leslie Delaspore why she does not see this as a laughing matter at all.
One thing about Tom Brady, he knows how to throw and catch a football. But tonight, one Fort Myers woman says Brady's latest throw insulted her family's legacy.
I have a big history of this trophy being made by my father, and it's such an honor. And I know all the craftsmen that made it when my dad was there also at Tiffany's, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work.
Her name's Lorraine, by the way, not Karen.
Really upset me about this trophy.
Her name's
I want a second opinion on that.
It was disgraced and disrespected by being thrown as if it was a real football.
You heard that right. Lorraine Gross's father, Greg Gross, was the master silversmith at Tiffany & Company that crafted the world.
She saw him throw that trophy and was like, ew, gross.
1967 until his retirement in 1994. Gross tells us she's upset because she knows all the hard work that goes into making this coveted trophy awed by the world.
Yeah, I didn't sleep for the past 2 nights because of this. I was that upset because I know the passion that goes into this trophy and how my dad and all his fellow silversmiths are so proud to make this. I've seen this trophy being made at the factory in Tiffany's. My father did the seams. He had to chisel the seams by hand.
He chiseled them by hand, she tells us.
He did. She didn't.
No, she didn't. She spends all the money from where he chiseled it by hand.
Is hand formed as the base is as well.
Rose says she's not a football fan and doesn't pay much attention.
No.
Yeah, being upset about this and not even being a football fan.
And not even a football fan. Yeah. You know, if she really just wanted to get on the news and have them do an expose on how her dad worked at Tiffany's and made the Vince Lombardi trophy, you know, why not just call up the local news station and tell them that, you know, it's about time for us to do an expose on how important me and my family are. But to use that as an opportunity to come out and hate, to get this, on Tom Brady having a little fun with his Vince Lombardi. It's his trophy. He earned it. He can throw it if you, if
whatever he wants.
Exactly. And so I think that she's really just using this as a chance to step into the limelight and clout chase a little bit. But that's just my personal opinion.
Don't the soccer cup people drink beer out of their trophy?
Yep.
Yeah. That's true.
But it just seems like today's day and age, everybody's just so quick to want to just, take something.
Signal.
Yeah.
Big reason.
I only watch the game to watch the trophy come out, and I like to see all the owners and the football players just hold it up with such pride and just hold it up and show everybody. And it's just, I get goosebumps. Like right now, I'm getting goosebumps from it because I'm very proud.
And tonight, Gross has one message for the 7-time Super Bowl champion.
This has nothing to do with your athletic ability whatsoever. It has everything to do with disrespecting a highly coveted trophy that a lot of work.
Good Lord, she's acting like it's the American flag.
Oh, look at where you paused it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This girl is making me sick. I'll be honest.
We won't even have to play the rest. I think we get the gist of it. You can take her. Yeah, you can take her off here. Let's see if they're saying anything in chat.
She's also like the same type of person that calls. He fought. Good golly, who was the quarterback for the other team? I forget his name. Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes, who's half black, and they said Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl makes him racist.
Yeah, I heard
because
this.
because he beat a black person during Black History Month. He should have lost on purpose.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So yeah, we got mixed comments in the chat here.
All right.
Looks like Armor says let's see, I want to make sure.
True. I mean,
it's her father's heritage. She has a right to be upset, he says.
Hmm.
And then Affected by Grace says, I don't think so too. Why do he throw the trophy? It's not just his. Do they each get their own trophy, or do they just get one that they all share? I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, I think there's a main one, but then they each get one. Oh wait, no, maybe it's just one trophy that gets passed around.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be one trophy.
Here's
that's
the
passed
thing
around.
about that, real quick, for me, and I didn't play the here's the thing, but it's like, yeah, it's the teams, but wasn't half the team on that boat? Like, wasn't there like a lot of his teammates?
Oh yeah, that was basically the team. The players were all It
They
was
were
a player
egging
that
him
caught
on.
it. Yeah.
And here's the other thing. Tom Brady basically won that game by himself.
Yes, he did.
I mean, yeah, it's true. He had to have someone catch all those.
Well, he didn't actually. There was like 10 other guys on the field last time I checked.
That. But it is. I can kind of see where some of these people are coming from, but at the same time, if the team's okay with it, then it should be sort of like I'm okay with it too, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know that I don't agree to making such a big stink about it.
The words I got two things here for you. Is the words Vince Lombardi Trophy belong to the Roman numerals of that year's Super Bowl, engraved, blah, blah, blah. After the trophy is awarded, it is sent back to Tiffany's to be engraved with the names and participating teams, the date, location, and the game's final score. It is then sent back to the winning team for them to keep. Smaller replicas are made for each person on the winning team. However, on April 9th, 2019, Rob Gronkowski, I don't know if you know who he is, but you can probably already tell where this story's going if you know who he is.
Yes, I know who he is.
Used the Super Bowl 43 Vince Lombardi Trophy as a bat to bunt a practice pitch from wide receiver Julian Edelman during the Boston Red Sox season opener, where he was to throw the ceremonial first pitch with his former teammates. It left a baseball-sized dent in Gronkowski's in the trophy, his third overall and his former team's sixth.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know about that one. Huh.
Oh, that's because Gronk didn't come out as a Trump fan.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Oh, yeah, the thing.
I've got this. I can't play the clip. I can't play the clip right now, guys. I can't play the clip. I really can't. I don't know where it is. Oh wait, here it is.
You know the thing.
But it feels like, I have this thing where it's like I don't see like a championship belt or a trophy or anything of that matter sort of be disrespected in any way. But it's not like it's the American flag or the Bible or anything of that sort. And it is sort of like theirs to do as they please. And as you mentioned before, there has been teams like soccer teams, they drink out of their trophy, and I'm sure there's been teams that puked in that same trophy. I mean, I've seen that on The Simpsons. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's I don't know. It's a two-headed coin. It depends on how you look at things. Now, if you take the Olympic gold medal, for example, and you take that Olympic gold medal and you use it for promotional deals or to sell this or sell that, and you use it like on the cover of Wee's box to make money off of it. Isn't that also kind of disrespecting like a championship deal? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's just the
yeah.
thing with the whole being like Armor saying she had the right to feel that way. And you know what? To some degree, she really does. And I would have the right to feel that way had my grandpa or dad been the guy. But the question is, would I feel that way? And I don't think that I would. I mean, had my grandpa been part of the making of the trophy, and then I saw Tom Brady having fun out there on the boat with it, I would think that my grandpa would be happy to see all that camaraderie taking place with the trophy that he designed. And they're having their gladiator after moment or whatever. So I don't know. I guess it's all in what you can't say what's going to offend somebody and what isn't. Just because it don't offend me, don't mean it won't offend somebody else, right?
No, it's okay. I would say it's okay to be offended by it. She's welcome to it. It's also, I'm welcome to not care, along with the rest of America. I'm assuming feeling the same thing, because the reality is this is Tom Brady's trophy. It is really just him. What were the numbers? He went from a team that was like number one to the team that was the least. I'm trying to think of the number, but it was like the least winning team in all of professional sports. Not even for football, and he made that team win the Super Bowl. Him alone. I can't. That's.
I know. Who does he think he is? LeBron James?
I'll be honest. I am a Tom Brady fan. I watched the Super. I'm a New England Patriots fan. I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm a Patriots fan. But when Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, I did follow it. I'm not a Buccaneers fan, but I was very glad that Brady won that trophy, and it was a very good game. And it was him that won it. It wasn't the defense. They did their job, but it was Tom Brady that won that game.
But of course, if you ask him in an interview, everybody on the team played a role, and we all did it together. So
I kind of disagree with all of that. I don't think it was just Tom Brady. I think the referees had a hand in it too when they.
Oh, you don't say.
When they kept calling, like every time, friggin' whatchamacallit, Kansas City, like every time they barely touch somebody, holding. Oh, did you just touch his sleeve? Holding. Oh, you touched the bottom of his shoe? Holding. Oh, you touched his handkerchief? Holding. And
yeah, they apparently they could call holding on every single play if they wanted to. I mean, that's from what I understand.
Here's the question you got to ask yourself. I'm gonna answer Armor Up comment here, because he says it's not all Brady. It was the whole offense, the defense, the refs in the first half. The question is, would the Broncos have won the Super Bowl if Brady didn't go there? The answer is no. It's of course no. Brady and Gronk. Not really Gronk, because he didn't really do very much.
You mean the Buccaneers? You said Broncos.
Oh, Buccaneers. I meant Buccaneers. Yeah, sorry, Buccaneers. Yeah, okay. The question is, if Brady didn't go to that team, would they have won? And no. The safe answer to that is absolutely no.
But you could also make the counter argument. He couldn't have just walked out there by himself and threw the passes to himself, caught the passes and blocked for himself and scored all the touchdowns and kicked the extra points and field goals himself, right?
No, everyone else did their job. They definitely did their job. The other team did their job. It's just that Brady, it was what the tipping point.
He carried the team, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he was. He made MVP. He obviously was the MVP of that game.
Well, they don't even call it Tampa Bay anymore. They call it Tampa Brady.
I'll watch him. Did you watch that? What was it? That Mountain Dew commercial that Tom Brady and Gronkowski was in? Did you see that commercial in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, where he's talking about coming out of retirement or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw
Or
that.
he's telling Brady to come to Florida. You know, it's the weather's nice and you can retire and it's nice and slow and steady and come and stay for a week. And all Brady hears is come to Tampa Bay and play football. Otherwise, you're weak. And so Tom Brady, that's what makes him go to Tampa. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was clever advertising. Because that's literally what ended up happening.
That is exactly what happened. The other teammate from the Patriots, Julian Edelman. That's their kind of the trio: Julian Edelman, Brady, and Gronkowski. And Edelman was known to. He's actually my favorite player of all time. I do like Brady, but Edelman is actually my favorite player. And he wanted to get traded, but he wasn't. It didn't end up working out for him. But yeah, no, absolutely. Brady is really what won that game. This game, when it came down to it, I mean, look at what happened to the Patriots. The Patriots, they got a good quarterback. They ended up getting the quarterback from the Panthers. I forget his name, but they got him, and they didn't even make the playoffs this year. They didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, right? So that's about all I got on that subject. Did you have any more you wanted to add to that, Hebrew? Or
well, I just want to say, I don't like Tom Brady, and this is where we're going to come to an impasse here. But I don't like him. I just don't like him. He's been in too many Super Bowls, and he just doesn't have the same class as Michael Jordan did when he was with the Bulls. But Michael Jordan was one of those guys who practically carried the team. Although when he was on the Bulls, they had, Scottie Pippen, Tommy Longfellow. I'm sorry, Luke Longley. I don't know why I said Tommy Longfellow. Luke Harper, Dennis Rodman. They did have a really good team, but Jordan did basically carry that team, much like Tom Brady does carry any team he's on. And I do get that, but I just don't see it, man. I didn't like that game. I thought it was too one-sided. I wanted to see a closer game. But unfortunately, the refs wouldn't let the boys play.
Look, I'll be honest.
I mean,
I watched the Patriots Atlanta game, if you've watched that Super Bowl, and I cried like the entire game because the Patriots were never ahead in the entire game. They only won in overtime. And that was a game where I almost turned it off at halftime, but I decided that, I was a fan, and if they were going to do poorly, then I have to sit and watch through it, and they ended up winning it. So I went through the torture of that game. So seeing a game, this Super Bowl game, where it was kind of like I was on, like I said, I wasn't on a Buck side. I was on Tom Brady and Gronk side, and to see them comfortably go ahead and stay ahead, I was very relieved that happened. But I feel bad for you, Hebrew, because unfortunately, like him or not, Tom Brady is somebody we're going to be talking about for the next 60, 70 years.
Probably.
Oh, they said he's going to be geriatric out there winning Super Bowls. You guys agree with that?
Do what now?
They said he's going to be geriatric out there winning Super Bowls.
I mean, I believe it. The guy, you look at pictures from when he was 20 to pictures now, he hasn't changed a single bit.
He's my age. He's 43.
Circling back, he's also vegetarian, if I recall.
I'm pretty sure that Tom. I was going to say, I think Tom Cruise is going to quit making Mission Impossible movies before Tom Brady quits winning Super Bowls.
But anyway, yeah, we'll move on from that. I've got 2 clips I want to show. I've got I don't know if you guys saw them or not. I think Keith's dad, I think you saw it. What I made some spoof videos about famous songs.
Oh, you mean this is the part where the show goes to the birds?
Well, no, not that one.
Oh, okay.
It's already gone to the birds, so to speak. No, I'm just kidding. But No, I made the popular song, Rocket Man is gonna be a long, long time before I touch down.
Keith's dad, have you seen this video?
No, actually, I don't think I have.
Oh, well, that in itself is what's going to make all of this worth it. So go right on ahead, sir, because I've already seen it. I know what we're in store for, which means that I know what you're in store for, which means that I'm at least going to get to enjoy watching you be exposed to it.
I'll let you live vicariously through me.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
But there's another one after this that I made, but I'll mention that when we get to it.
As if one wasn't bad enough. There's two.
Well, hey, I've been snowed in where I'm at, so
yes, you have. And you know what? These are good videos. I just don't want to say too much. I don't want to ruin them. So go right on ahead, sir.
All right. So here we go. Am I sharing?
Sharing is caring.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, here we go. Snowed In Man, spoof of Elton John's Rocket Man. So here we go.
Weatherman said the snow would be here by 5 a.m. We called the cab and told him to be here by at least 4:30 to get some supplies. Well, surprise, surprise, no one ever showed. And next thing you know, we are covered with all the snow. It's gonna be a long, long time before I can leave again. I had done something before the snow started kicking in. And man, like it's gonna be a long, long time before I get out of here. Boy, you see, I'm afraid the snow will just never disappear. I miss my wife, I miss my car. But it appears I'm not getting very far. Snowden man, it's gonna be a long, long time before I'm able to leave from here. This snow, I'm afraid, will never disappear. Snowden man, it's gonna be a long, long time. And man, I can't get my cigarettes or my beer. Snowden man, just take a look at my hair. Snowden man, Snowden man.
Oh, here's the stinger right here.
You guys still here? The video's over. Go home. Why are you guys still here? You people are weird.
They're weird.
But are you waiting for my catchphrase? It's a music video.
Do it.
All right, fine. What are you standing next to this red sweatshirt? Shut the hell up!
Oh, there you have it.
You know, as somebody who's done their fair share of parody videos, I could say I know the effort that you put into that, and yeah, awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and I know you know that feeling where you're doing a video and you know like your singing is horrible, but you just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah. And was that a throwback to Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Was that what that was?
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. I had to do it, man. I had to do it.
Yeah. I got it. I caught it.
Cool. Yeah, well, we have just one more. Do you remember the song what's it called again? I Gotta Be Free. What was it called, Saji?
I don't remember the name of it. I'm sorry.
Queen. It's by Queen. I think it's I Want to Break Free. That's it. Yeah. I Want to Break Free by Queen. So what I did is I did a parody song of that called I Gotta Go Pee. So yeah, this is silliness at its highest level, guys. So here we go. Let me get back over here.
You can say that again.
Yeah. Well, oh. One thing you pointed out is I started dancing before the music played, but I think the music was playing though.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe it was just me, but it seemed like you were, you. Oh yeah, just go right ahead there, sir. I wish I could have caught the part before you flexed and your sleeves fell off.
You never did. So yeah, I Want to Break Free by Queen. This is a parody of that. So enjoy, Keith's dad. Enjoy. Got the Trump hat.
I have to go pee. I have to go pee. I woke up this morning and I had that feeling in me.
I love how you keep grabbing where you have to pee at.
Yeah.
I can't hold on for long. No, I can't hold on much longer. It's dribbling out. I have to go pee. God knows. God knows. I have to go pee. I've lost my glove. Yes, I've lost my glove. I don't know what happened. I had two, but now I only have one. I've lost my glove. God knows. God knows. I've lost my glove. It was my workout. Yes, it was my only workout glove. For watching that video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching it. As
Glasses are all crooked.
Time making it. Don't forget the thumbs up and hit.
Yeah, you could tell the lip syncing there was a little bit off. Oh man.
I think I like the first one better of the two, though.
You think so?
Yeah, I do like the first one better.
Well, okay.
Let's see what the audience says. Oh, no, we lost the audience. They're gone.
Yes, we did. Yeah, there's only 2 people in here. Yeah, it dwindled down to 2 people.
Well, they're just off watching the other videos that you were just playing and liking them and commenting on them, and that's
Yeah, I don't see why you didn't lead with that.
Right. Yeah, I should have. Well, we had everybody in here.
I'm just being silly. No, but that was brave of you, man. Like I told you in person, like when it was just me and you. I mean, I watched that video. I couldn't even think of what to comment on after I watched you dancing off beat there. And
yeah.
I mean, it's not easy. It really isn't. Especially, I'll be honest. I feel you, Hebrew, because I can't sing at all. But that didn't stop me. And I made a couple terrible Minecraft parody music videos, and they were terrible. But I had fun making them.
Yeah,
and that's it. You could tell that you genuinely was having a good time. You can't help but have a good time watching it. And it was brave of you to, despite, the fact that people are going to not only laugh with you, but maybe laugh at you just a little bit. You still had the courage to get up there and go do it. And, hey, kudos, man. Kudos.
Well, thank you, sir. And now it's that time once again for us to say goodnight to all these 2 wonderful people who are sticking around with us here tonight and who will hopefully join us on our Shifty Sunday adventure as well. So my final thoughts to all you people who stuck around here. I'm glad that you did. And, I know it's late. It's getting late for a lot of you. I know I have competition out there right now. So I wonder, I'm just curious though. I wonder if Armor left to go elsewhere to do competition, or if we scared him off with the whole Tom Brady thing. I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He was commenting just as recently as Tom Brady, so he's been here through, I'd say, 99.9% of it.
Yeah, my apology to all the Tom Brady haters for having to listen to me fanboy about him for a little bit. I apologize for that, and I totally understand.
But that's
you done triggered some Tom Brady haters. Yeah, you know what though? I'm not a hater, but see, I'm not a fan either. So I didn't feel either way. I didn't get upset, nor was I excited. I just thought it was. I was just like I didn't see the controversy, but apparently a lot of other people did, and I thought it might be an interesting subject for the show. Him tossing that dang trophy.
Yeah, it's just. You stirred up controversy when you did that, but it's all good, man. We can't always agree on everything. It would be a damn boring show and a damn boring chat. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, you got to find those things that spark the most conversation. That's what it's all about, my friend.
I mean, disagreement in honestly, I wish we disagree more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start just playing the guy everyone hates. I'm gonna be the character
I think we should get along more.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
Get along more.
Yeah, we should get along more. Yeah.
No, I disagree. I
totally disagree with both of you guys. Getting along is where it's at, man.
Oh.
Man,
why you gotta be different?
I don't know. I just feel like it would be better that way.
I think from now on, I'm going to come in and I'm going to be a Biden fan. So every time you invite me in, that's what I'm going to do. Just so we can stir up some negativity and
you're going to come in pro Biden. We do have a regular chatter in our chat room. But I'm sure you've met Hunter.
Oh, no, I thought it was Lorraine. Wasn't it Lorraine?
No, but we have a Hunter honest
Biden?
Hunter Biden, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he calls himself Hunter, Honest Hunter O. Biden. Did you notice that?
Oh, yes, he did update it, didn't he?
That's kind of why I said the Biden remark that I did.
Yeah, but that would be great. Now that Keith Dad's never going to be on the show again, great.
I just uninvited myself.
No, but
no, I'm just kidding.
My final thought is, Keith Dad, thanks for being here with us tonight. We enjoy hanging out with you. It's been a long time. So, yeah, thanks for coming on, brother.
Well, thank you. I love listening to you guys talk. I try to make it every Sunday and every Tuesday. It doesn't always happen out that way, but usually I'll pop in, throw a like, make a comment, and keep going on. But no, I love these talks.
Well, I do appreciate that. You know, I feel like when we think that we're great, we're like falling flat on our face. And then when we think we're falling flat on our face and there's only like 3 people in the audience, we're like putting out our best stuff, but nobody's there to hear it. It's just so unpredictable, like the weather. But we have had a lot of fun hanging out with you tonight, and it always is a good time when Keith's dad is here. And thanks for showing up, man. It really has been a great night.
Thank you. All right, I'll let you guys close up. I'll jump off.
All right, we'll see you later, man. Take care and look out, because I may be having you in another Hebrew and Saggy or Mandela family video. Who knows?
Always. I'll always check them out. I got you. I got notifications on. I see when you post.
Cool.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Oh. Well, Saggy, it's been a good show once again, and I just like to thank you for being here on with me and hanging out. And it is getting late, but it's not really getting late because we came on early.
Yeah, I know, right? Or actually on time, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I think this is how we should just start doing our Tuesdays, my friend.
Yeah, I think this time period is a good time period, man. So,
but I don't really have any special final thoughts, except for I want to thank everybody who shows up week in and week out and listens to our little show we got going on here. And I just want to thank you for putting me on the platform here with you. It's been another awesome, good time, just like usual. So that's really all I got. Just try to stay positive, and thanks for the love and the support.
All right, sounds good. Cool beans, muchacho, is one of my friends used to say. And keep the positive attitude, and remember, God loves and blesses each and every one of you. And we will see you, hopefully, the rest of you, on Shifty Sunday, and I hope you, Sadji, will be there as well. And enjoy the rest of your night, because we're all going on over to Scare Performance and see what in the heck's going on there. So, yeah. Good night, everybody. That's the end of the show. We hope to see you all again next time for Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. I said taco. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. So long, everybody. Ha ha. Yeah.
But we had this whole fang that comes down. But we had that, and when the guy smiles in some of these,
I'm still broadcasting. Oh shoot!
His chompers are perfect.
Wait a minute, guys.
Totally
Sorry about that.
And of course, the eye color thing. Well, that could just be a contact lens, whatever.
Okay. All right. I don't want to get a copyright from Scare Performance. Woo! All right. Let's close out the show one more time. That's the end of the show. We hope to see you all again next time for Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. I said taco. Yeah, Taco Tuesday. So long, everybody. Ha ha. Yeah.